We live right now? Oh, for sure. Look, Slipping Kind of Podcast. We at the Kenichi Bed Studios. I'm your host, BINK. Co-host is here in studio. He's coming. Like I said, this is a live operation. It's a live operation. Here he come. Here he come. We look, this is live, y'all, so we can't be like, cut! Edit the tape. Ain't no cut. No cut scenes. It's live.
You saw me saying right there. You just gonna sit there and be like,
I thought you was in the bathroom. I can't see past the corner. I thought you was in the bathroom. But he here, y'all. Golden Boy. Junior. Round of applause. Round of applause for my partner. He made it in the building. I barely made it in the building. Traffic was something vicious today, boy.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille.
Indeed. Slipping Kind of Podcast. We live on YouTube. We got a special guest coming in the building for y'all. Very talented fighter. He's a dog at 168, making a lot of noise in the division. He's ranked in the world. Just had a phenomenal victory last 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
Coming off a knockout victory. He's on a win streak. We're going to introduce him in a little bit. But how you feeling, man?
I feel good now that I'm all settled in. God, man, I had to make a detour and everything, man.
Ain't nothing like getting curveballs thrown at you.
Slim.
And you had a full, man, it was a 3-2 count. You had a full count. You almost struck out.
That joke was crazy, man. But I'm here.
We here, and we ready to work.
Yeah, let's do this.
We ready to work. So, exciting weekend full of boxing. Probably the most exciting, the most anticipated card this weekend is Usyk and Joshua.
All right.
Usyk and Joshua. But hold on, before we get into that, where my son at? Let me bring him in here real quick. Matt.
Big Matt.
Come in here, man.
You trying to hook up my PlayStation. That's what he's trying to do.
Come here, man. Come here. We'll give my man a shout out, a birthday shout out.
Damn, you old, man.
He turned 6 years old last weekend.
You old.
Took him to Hershey Park. Had a great weekend. How you feel, man? How you feeling?
Good.
You feeling good? How was your birthday?
You feel old?
Good.
You feel old?
No.
Yeah,
How's it feel being 6 years old?
Good.
Old.
Feel old.
I mean, you old, man. You still losing your teeth. You still trying to walk straight without tripping up.
I'm
you
not.
old, man.
No, I'm not.
So tell him, what's your favorite sport?
Football.
Why you like football?
Cause it's dead.
I don't know.
You don't know? Are you good at it? That's why you like it?
Because I'm good at it.
That's right. Do you like boxing?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You like watching boxing with me?
Yes.
Oh, man. This is my son, y'all.
You supposed to say no, man.
6.
What about baseball? I didn't see you. I didn't see you hit the liners.
Yeah.
I see
baseball.
I like baseball too.
Stick with baseball, no boxing, okay? Listen, Uncle, no fighting, no boxing.
He want to play football. He might as well.
Oh man.
Hey, it's over with. That's his top 3. This is my son right here, y'all. Makai. Give him a birthday shout out. Thank you, man. Give me some good.
Damn, you old, man.
Had to give him his little birthday shout out, man. He was begging to come on the show. He wanted to come on the show. So I said, I come in and get him on real quick before we get into our boxing. But yeah, so Usyk and Joshua, right?
Yeah.
Probably the most anticipated fight this weekend.
For this week, yeah.
For this weekend.
Yeah, respect, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, the thumbnail was saying, should Anthony Joshua retire if he loses?
Who said that? Who put that? Who put that? Did you start that? Did you start that shit?
But it's a valid question.
No, it ain't.
It is
Who
valid.
Who said that? Because it's somebody on this team put that up, and it wasn't me. Who put? No.
Talk about it. What's your opinion?
What is there to talk about?
The topic.
No, it's not a topic.
If you was in English class, you would fail. You had to write an essay, and they said, explain why, you just said
and
no.
That's why some of my English ones I didn't pass.
Great, big, effing red
and
marker on
that's
top
why
of
some of my papers I didn't write.
with elaborate.
If I felt it was stupid, I didn't write it.
With elaborate in parentheses on that joint.
Are we really doing this right now?
We doing it. Answer
this early? I'm just getting situated.
Get situated. Answer the question. You in the hot seat. Hot potato. Hot potato.
Who? No. Somebody answer my question because it wasn't me. Who put that title? Like, oh, if he loses, he should retire. Who did that, dog?
It looked like Chris Rock and Rush Hour. Which one of y'all kicked me? Which one of y'all?
Bruh. No. It is too much money for this man to make. It is too much money for that. Okay, granted, they looking at him, they calling him Frank, the new Frank Bruno, and all that stuff, and it's kind of warranted because it's the same size almost, and the stiffness and some of the mistakes, and when he get hit on the chin, sometimes he immediately goes down, all those different things. I get it, I get it, but this man signed, I think it was a lifetime deal with Eddie Hearn and stuff with the like
tapped in.
This man don't even need to come over here. Like, he could just continue to fight in England and Saudi Arabia and Dubai. He could make so much, man. Trust me, he will. Even if he loses tomorrow, because he can still get outboxed if he fights as stupid as he fought this last fight. But if he loses, the stock fall, but the pressure's off. Right. And then he can still beat so many guys, and then as he beats so many guys, then next thing you know,
you're right back in the same spot.
Yeah, he's gonna be one of them belts gonna be vacant. He gonna fight somebody, and they gonna come on. It's too much money out there to be made.
No, I feel you. I don't say he retires, but I say he takes a step back and reevaluates and see what's left on the table for him to do. I would still like to see him fight the Bronze Bomber. Who else? He already got Andy Ruiz. That's probably not ever gonna happen again. Kong, Ortiz.
He on his way out, I think.
He on his way out.
I mean,
I think that'd be a decent fight. But I just don't think like
that was supposed to happen. What, 2 years ago?
It was supposed to happen, but it fell apart. What was I about to say? It just I haven't seen the same Joshua since he took that first L to Ruiz.
You haven't seen the same Joshua?
When he fought Kobrat Pulev, wasn't the same Joshua. The rematch with Ruiz wasn't the same Joshua.
Sorry, I'm winking at my nephew.
He look, in my opinion,
he's the boss, man. He be looking like everything, like, y'all good. Like, but my thing is, look,
he look gunshot at me.
Wait a minute, you might be right. Dang, I didn't think of it that way.
Gunshot.
Reluctant. I mean, he always had a sketchy chin, I guess you could say.
Right.
But he's always had. He used to get dropped. He gets dropped in sparring and stuff like that. He used to get dropped in sparring. Right. He got hurt in the amateurs. But you got some guys like that, certain fighters where they just always get flash knockdown all the time. Like Cotto, Trinidad, they always used to get flash knockdown all the time. Right. Like look at our close friend Dusty. Look at Primo. Primo had flash knockdowns, get up like nothing happened. And so it's not a big deal that he done had, that he goes down a lot, because he still fights well. But I won't say he gunshot. I just say because of his inexperience shows that he hasn't done it since he was a kid. It shows like in certain fights, like certain things. For instance, he started at 18, 19? There's just certain things that when you have certain experience, you just know how to adjust in certain situations. And he never had those situations as much as possible. And I think that those certain situations happen, like the Usyk fight. Common sense would have told him. Give an example. I never forget, Lomachenko was in the ESPN offices, and they asked him about fight Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia, that's the picture you see with them two. Like, he was like, fight Mikey and all that stuff. And he was like, yeah, that would be a good fight. He's a technician and all this other stuff. They said, so what about Bud? Because at the time, Bud was like 35, I think still 35, going up to 40 or something like that. And he said, no, I lose. And everybody at ESPN and Top Rank looked at him like, what the fuck you just say? He looked at him with an honest face. He said, too big. He's too big. He said, if he gets in the ring with me and he knows what to do as the bigger guy, I lose. Now take that to Anthony Joshua and Usyk. You are never supposed to. I was always told you never let a smaller man out jab you, and you never sit. If you have a certain size advantage or reach advantage, you exploit it. Right. He did none of that. He said, "Oh, I thought I was Muhammad Ali in that. I thought I was winning." Stop believing that, y'all. When a fighter say he don't believe, man, this sport. You are getting legally assaulted. You know when you getting your ass whooped. You know when you get, when the fight's close. You know when the fight like close, like round to round. I got 2 rounds here. Okay, all right, cool. What round we going? All right, 7. All right, cool. You know when the fight's like point for point tight. Like, dang, man, we still head. I gotta try to take a deep breath and get a good combination of these last 30 seconds. Like, you might hear your corner go, 30, 30. And you start, all right, cool. You run the combination. Get all you trying to, when it's that tight. There was no doubt, like, going into, me and Alontes was watching it when it was going on. Me and Alontes was at the arena watching it, and Alontes was like, well, let's see if he get robbed. Cause he, they might rob him, but Usyk might got this. And he pushed the bigger man back.
I thought it was a clear Usyk win.
Yes,
it was very clear.
But come on now, you didn't think that it might, they might, come on now, they might rob this boy.
Shit,
yeah. It was so much money on the line, so you didn't think how it was gonna be. But the biggest thing is that gunshot, I've always seen him get in exchanges and do, fairly well sometimes when he gets hurt, tries to control situation. But certain situations, like with the Andy Ruiz, he handled that situation bad. He didn't know how to take the round off, recuperate, do certain things to, slow the pace down, or dropping his weight on this short man, or just tighten up and dip and drop. He didn't do none of those things. And I get his equilibrium is off a little bit, but he didn't even do little sneaky stuff like you putting your glove at him like this, and next thing you know, you just.
I think he was in shock because that was not supposed to happen. I didn't even watch that fight. So I'm like, me, I watch every fight. But it wasn't supposed to happen with Ruiz.
Yeah, but this goes back to what we was talking about, the inexperienced thing, because every fight is. What I was telling you, it was like, man, and you don't never really hear many coaches say this no more because there's not as many teachers anymore. But all the teachers I've ever been around, they always say a man is most dangerous when he hurt. Because
he proved he's inexperienced. But when he fought Klitschko dropped him. He got up and got the knockout.
No, the difference is when he got it with Andy Ruiz, when he dropped Andy Ruiz, he went right at Andy, like right at him. He didn't take his time stalking on, knowing this boy got fast hands and rolls under. He just went right at him. And then when he brought it back, he did not really hold the telephone the way he should have. And he said that this boy was gonna throw, and he threw it, and the boy fell. And he never expected the shot. Never expected it.
That's what I'm saying. I think a part of it, him. You don't like the word gunshot. I'm gonna say gunshot. As far as
I get why you saying it though.
He's more reluctant to let his hands go, and I think it's not more so in the ring stuff. I think it's more like it wasn't supposed to happen. Like it was embarrassing for him to lose that fight. And it looked real bad for him to lose that fight to Andy Ruiz. You look at Anthony Joshua, 6-pack, 8-12-pack.
What that got to do with anything?
The visual. We know. But when you look at the visual, the world is watching. We know boxing. But like I always say, the casuals are as big a part of boxing as everybody else too. Because they make up a big part of the fan base. And with a fight that big on that magnitude, a lot of them are watching. So when they looking at this fight, they say, oh, Anthony Joshua, he shouldn't lose. The world is saying he shouldn't lose. And then you lose in that fashion to a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing. It was embarrassing for him. And I don't think he's bounced back. I don't think he's bounced back from that loss.
But once another mistake that was made, and you could maybe say this was his camp or maybe the pressure just to keep the show going. But it's always dangerous taking a late replacement opponent. I never forget, my father didn't know. He knew the big baby fight was off. We already expected that was gonna happen. But when he did it, I remember I ran downstairs. I said, yo, coach, the fight on. He was like, all right. Wait, who is? I said, Joshua and Andy Ruiz. He said, Andy Ruiz. And I went and I showed him. He said, oh, this might not be a good replacement. This not, this ain't good, because this was supposed to be a big walk. That's the wrong substitute, bro. You don't pick no, that was a mistake. When I first saw that he picked, that was a mistake. It was so many things leading up to that fight that was a mistake. It was so many things leading up to the Usyk fight that was a mistake. So it's just certain things that with gunshot, it could be, some guys, they take certain shots and it's like riding a motorcycle. Sometimes they fight harder, or they gonna get back on it a little bit. Having your senses separated that way and not having your composure, it could be gunshot. I don't want to say he gunshot just yet. I got to see a little more because I know he has a flashy chin. I know he has a spotty chin, but so I don't know.
But like you said, he has a a spotty chin, but he's always got up and fought back.
Yeah.
He's always got up and fought back.
That's why,
And
I feel
the reason why I said gunshot is when he fought Pulev, there's no reason why you shouldn't have got Pulev out of there. There's no reason why you shouldn't have.
I thought he did stop Pulev.
I'm sooner. He should have stopped him way sooner than what he
did. Yes.
Way outclassed him.
Okay.
He's not even the same class as Pulev. That should have been a very easy fight for him. But he made it harder than what it was supposed to be. And that was right after the Andy Ruiz rematch, right?
I mean, maybe he could have been maybe working on stuff, but hey, we'll see. I mean, he got a lot of. I know one thing. He got a lot of questions to answer, man. He got a lot,
man, because the world is watching.
Bro, he done messed up. He done messed himself up a little bit. This ain't, and unfortunately, it's not like back in the day when it's like, man, you don't know how good a guy is till he's had 30-something fights and maybe a loss or two, whatever. Nah, these days it ain't like that no more.
Yeah.
So that teapot could get cold real quick,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So we'll see how it go. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it go with that.
And then don't forget too, like Tyson Fury's dabbling about coming back. That's in the UK. That's a huge fight. Regardless of how old they get, they could both be 50 years old. The UK boxing fans will pay to see.
I don't even want to hear that man's name right now. Cause he just be blowing me, bro. Like, yeah, I want to. I'm not knocking what you saying, but he just be blowing me. Like, oh, I want to come back and I'll fight for free, or I'll come back and donate this or whatever. Then the next thing is, all right, I'll probably come back if you give me $500 million.
Right.
You know, but I don't know, bro. It'll be able to tell more as this progresses, how this goes next day or two. It's gonna be very interesting because tactically, if he fights any more stupid than he did, because that was not supposed to happen. That was both of his losses were losses where nobody expected that to happen. Like, not expect them to lose, but from round 1 to when it's over, like. That even if he lost, it wasn't supposed to go like this. Like,
I picked Usyk for the first. I picked him.
Oh, for real?
I picked Usyk because I was looking at Anthony and how he fought Pulev and how he fought Andy Ruiz that second fight. I said, ooh, this don't look good. This don't look good. But I'm banking on Anthony Joshua coming in with a different mentality now. It's been 3 years since that loss.
Yeah.
To Ruiz, he's had to got over that mental hurdle, and he should be back to the Joshua that I was watching when he was coming up. And everybody saying he was a dog.
Man,
he was a next.
Was a dog, bro.
Yeah.
He was
right. God. That's what I'm banking on coming back in and showing. Like, yeah, I'm still him.
That street kid.
Right. Don't forget about me. I'm still him. Yeah. So banking on that. How do you think the fight goes?
I don't know. Cause he has to use his size. We already know this. But the big thing is the foot placement, he has to be aggressive and stay on top of Usyk, but still know that Usyk is so tactical that he can't make certain mistakes for certain openings.
Mm-hmm.
That he has to be controlled a little bit more with how he's gonna be that aggressive.
Right.
Like knowing that if Usyk's gonna try to pivot out a certain way, to be ready to follow him, step around him, cut him off, or pull and dip to the other side with him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big thing.
Would it be safe to say for Anthony Joshua, his key would be to use his size as an advantage, lean on him more, impose his will, use his strength, try to wear him down, go to the body more?
Yeah.
Turn it into that kind of fight.
Yes, but you still gotta know that's still a surgeon. That's still a gold medal. Like, he gonna,
for sure.
certain mistakes that he's gonna do. Hitting them in certain spots and everything. Man, Kenichi, man, why you wanna block me, man? Like, you think I'm that ugly? Is that what you trying to say?
Shout out to our producer, man, Kenichi there, man. Check him out. Headphones on the table. Powerful, booming headphones. You got Dre Beats. Throw them Dre Beats in the trash. Get you a pair. HYBERNATION 5.
Man, my ears was like, I gotta pick when I want to have that jump turned on.
You can't play every song.
You cannot do it.
Don't put no Ace Hood on that joint. That doom 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 doom.
Oh,
a rattle off your head. Them headphones be like this.
I swear,
but crank.
Man, with the he he has to be aggressive, be sharper about how he stalks Usyk, how he cuts off Usyk, how he pivots with Usyk, all of those things. The feet, I'm gonna be watching the feet. As soon as the bell ring with that fight, more so than I did the first fight, I'm gonna be watching the feet.
Usyk is a southpaw, right? Is he southpaw? I think that was a big part of his demise too, that first fight. That left hand was ping, ping, ping.
Yeah, because he kept doing this and leaning right to it.
Right
I was just working
yeah.
with a kid and I told him, man, stop leaning, man. Because I did two and I switched to southpaw. I was like, don't lean that way. Man, my father kept telling him, you turn it right over. And if you watch, and just did the exact same thing. Turn and lean right to it. Bow. Turn and lean right over to it. Bow. And he was going right. And every time he would be right on line to it, you'll see Usyk kind of pivot over. Sometimes he'll step and pivot this. Pow, drop it again. It was right on the money.
Usyk fought beautiful, man. Not to take anything away from Usyk. That Joker fought a beautiful fight, that first fight.
Man, that was tactically beautiful. But at the same time, it was tactically beautiful. Once again, like we said, this dude, it's like, oh man, his two losses were in no way, shape, or form what you expected to happen. So you kind of like, what the fuck is going on here? Because when Usyk was hitting him, you know Usyk doing his thing, but you like, bro, if you don't throw a shotgun jab and cut this boy off and purposely clinch him and start hitting him in the hip, hitting him in the thighs, man, what is you doing?
Right.
Man, he had no business putting his back on the ropes the way he did. He had no bit, and Usyk closed the show in the 12. Boom, boom, stop, unload, boom, 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 boom. And you can see he was a little tired, a little winded. And he said, he admitted in the day, he said, yeah, some of them shots he hit me with, man.
Yeah.
He said, man.
I gotta rewatch that fight when I go home tonight.
Man, that joint was something pretty. That was pretty. I ain't gonna lie, but man, it was so. You admiring Usyk like, man, this is pretty. Good God, man. But then you looking at Joshua like, what are you doing? Man, me and Alante, me and Alante was at the fight because that's when I met you. Remember that was the night.
Oh, we was at the roast crop. I had to fight on my iPad. Y'all was watching off my iPad. Yeah,
me and
that's
Alante
right.
was on the other side
behind me watching the fight.
Watching it, and we like,
yeah, I remember.
And I'm watching it. Tez go, yo, what is he doing? And I look like, the fuck is he doing? How many rounds he done gave away? He said, bro, he done gave away some rounds, man.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Oh my God, I couldn't believe it.
How your memory better than mine? I forgot all about that. We was at the roast crop. I think it was Sugar Wayne's debut. Was it?
No. What? No. It wasn't Sugar Wayne's debut. It was
Chris Glenn's debut.
It was Blues. It was
yeah,
Blue
it's
debut.
his debut, and it was the fight.
Blue debut.
Yeah, and I brought my iPad because I didn't want to miss the Usyk Joshua joint. And there was a crowd standing behind me. Everybody's watching the fight on my iPad. And it's like, he losing to Usyk? I'm like, yeah, he down at least 4 rounds. And then the crowd got big, and I forgot y'all was behind me watching the fight.
And then when it was over, when it got announced, Alante said, yo, hey, yo, Joshua just lost.
Yeah, and everybody said, skirt.
Everybody stop. I swear to God, y'all, like, we in there. As soon as the jank got up, because Alante was like, man, over there don't rob him, bro. Because we already see how this might be.
Yeah.
Soon as the announcement went on, Tez bolts down the side and go, hey, yo. Joshua lost. Joshua just lost. Money messed up. Joshua just lost. Everybody in unison. What? What happened?
Yeah,
what?
that joint was crazy.
Man, that joint was crazy.
That was crazy. I ain't never gonna forget that moment again. I ain't gonna forget it again. That was crazy, man.
That was crazy.
But know what I noticed about Joshua too? When he get in trouble, he get that nervous like smile, that little smirk on his face.
It's embarrassment.
Yeah, he get that nervous.
It's embarrassment. Teofimo does the same thing. It's the, like when he got dropped by Cambodia, he went to the corner, he look at the Titantron, he would try to smile, wink, like whatever. It's the embarrassment of it all. Instead of just like, all right, it is what it is, keep it moving. It's the embarrassment.
Yeah.
Like a little bit, and you don't just go back to doing what you should do. And I never understood that, but yes, guys do that. Guys do that all the time.
For sure. How you feel about Wilder versus Helenius? That's another heavyweight bout.
What the bro? Kenichi, get your man.
I'm asking you. You the historian. You the boxing historian. I'm the boxing fan.
So, why are we talking about this?
Because it's news. Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber, coming back, return fight after losing to Tyson Fury.
And a war.
And the trilogy.
That man, them fights, man.
This is huge for Deontay.
Yeah, but
it's a big stage.
Man, he should win. They put him. Helenius can fight, but he not on. He shouldn't be anyway on that level, and he should be able to, dispose of him pretty good. He should be able to be able to try some stuff on him too. Mm-hmm. But typically you're gonna be thinking this Joshua, you're gonna see a brick and it's on me off. Yeah. Man, but y'all already know what this is. Like doing this so to start to kick up again on who he gonna fight next, cause y'all could best bet Joshua win, and then Wilder win, it starts it all the way back up again. Mm-hmm. It starts that buzz shit up again. But he should get him within 5. Man, I'd never forget. I'll tell y'all a quick story about Big Country. Me and Saddam Ali was talking. So shout out Saddam, man. Me and Saddam Ali was talking. He was like, bro, I remember when Gary all was in tournaments. And he was just winning, and he'll be down and hit a dude with the right hand, and he win the tournament. And they was like, go look at the interview with Bud. He said, man, he just came out of, when you grow up in the fight game, 9 times out of 10, you know everybody. Boxing is like a big college. When you get there the first week of college, you don't like, dang, man, how am I going to find my way around this joint? And then after a week or so, you know everybody, the cutways, how to get the class shortcut, all that stuff. So even if you a guy that, like for instance, Adrian Broner wasn't in a lot of tournaments, but everybody knew who he was in the amateurs. I done had guys come to me like, oh yeah, I know that's Junior. Yeah, he the one with the illness, but yeah, that man can fight. Like he still be in cancer, whatever. Like I've heard guys say that, and nobody knew who he was. No, I mean nobody. Y'all don't understand. Nobody knew who he was. Go look at the interview with Bud on Joe Rogan. Bud was like, man, we couldn't even spell Tuscaloosa. Well, we was like, what? He from where?
Right.
And he was putting Bamas to sleep, bruh. I mean, he was hitting dudes, bruh. Oh my God. And I never forget, after the Olympics, I'm at Sweet G house, the old house in Capitol Heights. And he go, who's the guy next? We were in the kitchen, and Gary's right here by the refrigerator. I'm leaning by the stove. Big Gary is over to the left. God rest his soul. They go, I said, man, who's gonna be the guy besides you, Nuke, Saddam? Like, who gonna be the guys that come on? He was like, Big Country, bro. Wait till you put on them pro gloves, bro. I'm telling you, he going, he just that. I'm like, what? They said, yeah, I'm so serious, man. That dude, bro, oh my God. Then that man turned pro, and he started hitting dudes, and dudes started having convulsions on the canvas. That messed my head. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was, oh my God. Dudes, like, they sitting there hit him. He was hitting dudes, and dudes getting put down, and dudes like on the Sergey Lahovich. All these different guys, man, like they were having all type of convulsions on the canvas, man. It was crazy. So as he started to progress, I never forget people. Me and my friends was like, dog, don't you? Because everybody know my joint is speed, and people was like, man, don't you hate it that you work on every skill that you could think of? And you got a dude like Big Country who just hit a dude one time and it just leave. Them dudes that can crack, bruh. If I had a fighter and he could crack like that, like Julian Jackson or Deontay Wilder or Gerald McClellan, like a crack like that, man, I'm teaching him every damn thing. But it just hurts your soul when you sitting there, all right, work on this slide, all right, work on that, boom, working on this. And you just got a dude who just do this.
Boom. Boom. Sonic
over
boom.
with.
Boom.
Look at that Luis Ortiz. Like, Luis was doing everything right, bro. I mean, he looked beautiful.
Off the top of the
And
forehead.
man, all of a sudden, bing. Like, oh, I never get my father say, oh, no.
It was over with. And we got a question in the chat. We got a question from my boy Yannon.
Oh,
He
man.
asked, not to backtrack, but do y'all think the weight gain will be beneficial for Usyk or a problem for him going into this fight?
Should be good for him.
But didn't Usyk only gain like half a pound?
I don't
For the
know.
fight?
They going by that shadow boxing video during the press tour when he was like, when he was shadow boxing, they said, oh, he looked like he filling out. I don't think he should be fine.
I think I saw Usyk, Joshua gained like 4 pounds for the fight, and Usyk gained like half a pound. But I think the more size, the better for Usyk.
Yeah, to try to lean, try to plant his foot and be able to hold. If Josh was on him, he can manage it better. You know, it should be all right. It should be all right.
For sure. But hey, our guest is here.
Who is it?
Our guest is here. Damon Nicholson, y'all. We got Damon Nicholson in the building.
Big brother here?
The best at it.
Oh, man. I got to get up for this.
Damon, the best at it. Nicholson is here
man,
in
let
the
me
studio.
get up.
He in the building. We're going to bring him in here. The Slipping County.
Where he at? There you go, my man.
Oh, okay.
My God.
Okay.
My man, this is an honor right here.
Oh, man. This is going to be legendary right here, y'all.
I got to scoot over?
Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be good.
There you go. Look at yourself right
Blackish.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
We got that camera. We got cameras set up.
Okay.
Yeah, we should be good. Man,
Okay.
first of all, I want to thank you for coming through the studio, man. It's great
Yes,
to have
sir.
you on here.
Hey, man, you don't have to thank me, man. I thank you all, man,
This is my
for
guy right
having
here.
me, man.
Nah,
Definitely,
for
man.
sure. How you feel, brother?
Man, I feel great. Mentally, physically, emotionally, man, I feel great. But I'm not done yet. You know what I mean? I haven't done nothing in the sport of boxing that I want to do yet. You know, of course, you know, I showed grit. I showed that I have the will to win. You know, coming off kidney failure and bouncing back and getting myself back in the ranks of boxing. You know, that's something that not too many people have done. You know, so that's an accomplishment for me. You know, just for myself. You know, not for anybody else or nothing like that, but just to prove to myself that I belong at the top. You know, I belong at the pinnacle of boxing. I understand that, you know, to me, I'm one of the most skillful boxers in the world. You know, I understand that, but I have yet to really show that at that level yet. You know, all the big fights that I have, you know, I showed that, you know, I come to fight, I come to bring it, I'm a warrior and stuff like that, but I haven't showed my true skill. And, you know, and the fact that I've been boxing for 23 years, I'm still learning new things. I'm still learning stuff that I used to see, I used to try, but I didn't know what was going on, the technical side of it, the footwork of it, the hands and feet move at the same time, man, you know, so, man, what I've got to show you guys, man, in the near future, man, it's gonna be great, you know, and I just can't wait to really get that fight to where so I can show it.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Man. So that's all I'm waiting on. That's why if you see, I'm fighting on Murder Live cards. I'm staying busy. I'm every card they have, you know, until I get that call, you know, I'm gonna keep fighting.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So your last fight, that guy, they was
Christopher
talking,
Booker.
Christopher Booker. They saying he's supposed to be a pretty good opponent for you.
Yeah.
You made it look easy. What about that fight?
Yeah.
How did you make it look so easy, man?
All experience.
Experience, man. Experience in my skill level, my IQ. You know, my IQ is really rising, man. It's to me, man, it's really unbelievable the things that I've been learning that I kind of been knew, but I didn't know how to use it. So, man, I've just been using my tools and using my techniques, man, and you can see my power is back, you know, in the first round.
Wait,
man,
it left?
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it left, but the kidney failure really took a toll on me, man. It took a toll on me. Shoot, I didn't have no stoppages until this year. Until this year. And when I was going through my situation, the doctor told me it was going to take 6 to 12 months for my body to fully recover.
Yeah.
But since for me to get my kidneys back working, it only took 2-3 months. Man, I went right back to work and right back in the thick of things. So I still breaking my body down, breaking, you know what I'm saying? I didn't take the breaks. But the going through the Berlanga fight, man, I went through a
Thank you. Cause I'm sorry, cause you know how deep
man,
our
I ain't gonna lie,
relationship go.
man. When you spoke, you posted something on IG, man. And after that fight, man, and I think I talked to you about it.
Yeah,
but,
at the DC arena.
But man, I got so emotional watching you speak because you understood. You know what I mean? You understood, and you've been watching me since
we were amateurs.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you understood it, you know what I mean? A lot of people didn't understand it. A lot of people look at that fight like, yeah, man, he wanted to get a paycheck, or he looked tired, or he looked this, or this, that, or that, you know what I mean? But people didn't realize, man, like, I really shouldn't have been fighting, you know, like for real, but, with the warrior mentality and the mentality that we have as fighters, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I've been boxing my whole life. So all I know is fighting, so when somebody say, oh, you don't want to fight, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you're not going to fight, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you ain't got no heart, you know what I mean? That was going in my mind, you know what I'm saying? But not realizing, like, look, man, I got kids, I got life after boxing and stuff like that. But, man, honestly, man, I'm a fighter first. That's all I know. That's what I do. My whole life I've been fighting, and I have never came on. I never after my fights when I did interviews, I never spoke upon it. So I think this is the kind of perfect time to really speak on it. But the week I fought Berlanga, man, I was my dad, my coach Calvin, and my coach Kenny, and my man Anthony Kareem, my cameraman. They rushed me to the hospital, that Monday leading to the fight. They rushed me to the hospital. I thought my kidneys were failing again. My body was cramping up, and I couldn't stop it. Same thing happened to me when I went through my kidney failure. My body cramped up. But the only thing that didn't happen, my body didn't just give out. So when I they rushed me to the hospital, I got in the hospital. They gave me the IVs and they checked my blood. They said, Mr. Nicholson, thankfully your kidneys are fine. When I heard that, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fighting. I'm fighting. So they was like, Mr. Nicholson, we're gonna give you an IV, but they said your body has 0 potassium.
Yeah.
0 potassium. And so, I don't know if a lot of people don't know what potassium does for the body, but potassium is one of the key electrolytes that your body needs. It's good for the heart flow. It's good for the muscles, the body, everything. You know what I mean? Like if you put potassium in an IV, you can die. You know what I'm saying? That's when they do lethal injection to kill people, they put potassium.
Yeah, they put potassium
and you know what I'm saying? To stop the heart.
Yep.
So potassium is a key electrolyte for the body, and I had 0. So for an average human being to walk around, so young lady right here, do you work out? You do? Okay, so she work out, but the average human being needs 4,700 milligrams worth of potassium to function 100%, to function correctly. So
0.
I didn't know. I didn't see. Look, I didn't know this. I did my research after I fought Berlanga. So when I went to the doctors, they gave me the potassium pills. I'm like, all right, bet. They gave me the potassium. I got my IVs. But listen, after I got my IVs and everything, that Monday, and when I went back home, I stepped on the scale. I was 188 pounds. Damn. The fight was 168. Monday, I was 188. So they gave me the potassium pills. I'm like, all right, I got this potassium pills. All right, let's see what's going on. I got an IV yesterday. Let me see. Let's go push it. Let's go push this. I went and worked out the next day, that Tuesday. I lost 8 pounds. I said, bet. I'm at 180. I said, I got Tuesday, I got tonight. I'm gonna go run tonight. I got Wednesday, Thursday, I got Thursday, 3 days. So I said, all right, I'm 180 right now. Boom. Wednesday came. No, Tuesday night came. I went running, ran 3 miles, lost 4 more pounds. I was 176. I said, all right, bet I'm there. I'm good. You know, a lot of fighters, you know, they wait till the last day or two to lose 10 pounds, you know. So I'm like, shit, I'm 8 pounds away. Let's get it, you know. So by then we flew down to Florida. I was in Vegas and flew down to Florida. I went running, lost another 4 pounds, 172. Thursday night came. Thursday throughout the day, I just rested, didn't eat nothing, ate some watermelon, went running that night. That night I was 168 and taking my potassium pills. But remember, the doctor gave me potassium citrate pills, but they was only 1,000 milligrams. Remember, I told you your body needs 4,700 milligrams, the average person. So for us athletes, we sweating, working, need about at least double that. You know, I only had 1,000 milligrams. You know, I just lost 20 pounds in 4 days. So when I went in that fight, man, you know, mentally, I was thinking that Monday, I'm like, man, look, like I keep having these scares. Like, you know, after this fight, man, I gotta really think about what I'm going to do. Yeah. You know, so mentally, when I went in that fight, you know, I wanted it. Don't get me wrong, I wanted to win. Like it was nothing was going to stop me. I had my potassium in my head. I had my potassium. They gave me the IV Monday. I'm good. Let me go to work. You know, and I got caught with a shot on the top of my head. And when he caught me, you know, I went down. I'm like, damn, that joint didn't hurt that bad. When I went to get up, I'm like,
the equilibrium shot.
My equilibrium. But see, being as though my body didn't have the right amount of potassium, and who knows what else? It was just zero potassium. You got magnesium. You got everything. You know what I mean? Everything. You know everything. So that fight, man, it was just man. It was one of those fights where I had to learn a lesson. You know, I had to learn really how to treat my body during these training camps, during these when I'm not training and stuff like that. Recovery, what not to put in my body, wouldn't to put them. You know what I'm saying? Like now. So I'm not gonna lie. So my last 3 fights, even the fight after Victor DeRocha, when I fought Victor DeRocha, I still didn't know about the 4,700 milligrams that the average person need. My coach, he sent me one of my coaches named Coach Troy Jackson. He sent me a video of this doctor stating that what your body needs and stuff. And I started doing my research. I started asking my kidney specialist. He was like, yeah, you know, I was like, well, I think that was one of the reasons why my kidneys failed. He said that could be a huge part of it. So when I fought Victor DeRocha, you know, I did my thing, went the distance. I still don't think I was 100%, but right after that, I started changing my diet. I started eating spinach. I completely changed everything. Yeah. You know, and after that fight, I fought Gabriel Pham, and I stopped Gabriel Pham. That was my first stoppage in 3 years. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think that fight alone went and showed like, okay, we got everything that's I kind of figured it out a little bit now. You know what I mean? So now, you know, I eat more foods that has potassium, magnesium in it. Like right before I came in, that's why I was late. I had to go grab me a salad. To you know, just to keep my body.
Yeah,
I just trained. I just got finished training. You know what I mean? After you train, your body lose so much sweat. You know, you got to put it right back. So instead of keep taking all these pills and stuff like that, I was like, man, I'm gonna just do it the natural way. What I eat. You know, so yeah, man. And then Christopher Booker, you know, he didn't belong in the ring with me. You know, so I had to make sure.
Established it early.
Exactly. I didn't know it was gonna be the first, second, or third, but I knew it was gonna be early because he didn't belong in the ring with me. And I gotta show that. I try to make statements every fight. You know, that was a big statement for me. Yeah,
man. And the thing for people to understand is that it was crazy because it was crazy how roles reversed with me and him because we always grew up in the amateurs. Like he would be sparring at old school and I coming out this part of little guys, and he found out about me having sickle cell when I
Right.
went gotten sick and everything. And then when he got sick, I'm hitting him like, yo, you need anything? You
Right,
all right,
right.
whatever. And you know,
Yeah.
so it's a real close relationship between me and him. And the thing is, I've watched him come up from the amateurs through the early ranks of the pros. Or even, for instance, y'all, I'll tell y'all a funny story. So he's stopping everybody, right? He's like, he just turned pro, so he's stopping everybody. We get to the convention center one night. He in the back getting dressed. I walk in, I give him I always tell all my friends, love you, man, do your thing, because, anything can happen in there. So I say, I said, Mom. He's like, yeah, what up, Jim? I said, you gonna try to get some rounds in tonight? Because he was stopping everybody in the first round. I said, you gonna get some rounds? And he said, I'm trying, man. I want to work on something.
Yeah.
So we came out. We go around the
Dennis
back.
Shop. I think I was in that fight Dennis Shop.
We go out. And we came out on Run from the Plug twice. Me, Tyreek, all
Oh,
of us was
yeah,
doing
yeah,
that.
yeah. I remember that. That was the first round.
Oh, my God.
That was the
He
first
go
round.
out. Yeah, I can't make this up. Demond go out there, and I don't know, for people who don't know, when you watch him, he has one of the best stalks ever, slide in, slide out, control. He knows exactly which way you want to step in. You got with Demond, you got 6 inches to make a mistake. 6 inches. If you sit there and you don't get something back in time, he's already, if the punches come in here and he's already here. He already sees he's gonna shoot a left uppercut, go under your heart. That's the type of guy he is. The bell ring, he's trying to work on something. He touch the guy. Touch the guy. He threw a hook. I never forget. He threw a hook off the jab and stepped over. And the dude did this and buckled and went to the ground. And Demond, I swear to God, did this. Demond stepped over and about to throw the brick. He go, damn. He went to the corner. He get out the ring. He look, first thing he do, he go past me. He look at me. He just do that. I tried, dog.
Yeah, man. I definitely was trying to get in work back then, man. You know, because I knew it was going to come one of those fights where I'm gonna have to really use my skill and really see everything for what it is. So each fight, I try to get rounds. But now it's like I'm at the point now. When I fight on these regular shows, man, forget that. I'm trying to get to these big fights.
Right.
If they don't belong, I gotta get them out of there.
But my worry is it's always been my worry. It's even more my worry with Demond is, and I told you this, high risk, low reward.
Exactly.
Because let me explain to y'all. Before the Edgar Berlanga fight, there was an incident that some of y'all may know, some of y'all don't. If y'all remember when J-Rock fought Jarrett, Demond was supposed to be on that card.
Yeah.
This is what a lot of people y'all don't know. And it pissed me off because I kept my mouth closed for how long, bro? How long I kept my mouth closed? I wouldn't talk about it because I feel like I ain't go to Demond yet and say anything, so I kept my mouth shut. But then it just pissed me off to the point where I was like, you know what, bump this. I'm gonna put it out there. Y'all don't understand this. He was sitting there making certain weights and stuff like that and be hurting, and then he would gain weight and be fine, go out there, stop a guy. When he went into that Edgar Berlanga fight, I told everybody, I said, he's not stopping Demond in the first. Y'all can bet money on that. That's not happening. He's not going to be able to box with Demond. But I tell you one thing, he better be able to have good stamina, because if he doesn't catch Demond with an equilibrium shot, and if Demond recovers, he in for a long night. So as soon as everything started to progress, I don't know if y'all remember a right hand that landed on Edgar Berlanga. I think it was the sixth or the seventh.
Sixth round.
Boom! I was like, oh my God. That was, me and my father was like, oh my goodness. And you could see Edgar starting to get tired, and Demond's experience starting to catch us like, all right, young boy, now we're going to find out if you want to be a pro or not.
Yeah.
And started work. And Calvin did a good job in the corner, getting them under control. Look, you all right, let's do this, do that. And after that fight was over, me and my father looked at each other. He said, they not going to fight him now. And my mother was like, yeah, I'm scared. My mom was like, I'm so scared. They not going to fight that boy now, because y'all made him to be the boogeyman, right?
Got exposed.
And he's stopping everybody in the first, but isn't getting better. Now, when I was with Demond, when he was turning pro, what do I always say, what Custom Model says, it's not that you putting tomato cans away, it's how you doing it. And Demond was getting better. And after that was over with, if you got somebody like Edgar Berlanga with all this power, all this other stuff, and you see DeMond starting to outbox him, like, thank God that fight wasn't 12 rounds, because the whole tide would have changed.
Yeah.
Worse.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, now you're gonna have guys that's gonna feel like, this is gonna be a lot of risk if I take it. Like, if you're a handler, you're gonna say, we don't take that fight with DeMond Nicholson unless we absolutely have to.
Yeah.
Somebody got too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, is high risk, low reward. That's basically where I'm at right now. You know, it's gonna be hard for me to get a big fight unless I'm the mandatory or something like that. Like, I'm number 9 in WBA. I can fight.
One more time, y'all. He did the thing about all that. He just went, nah, we ain't skipping past that. Damn it. Yeah. This man went through all that stuff and then came back and went into the oldest belt besides the WBC.
Yeah.
Is in rank number 9.
Yeah. So I can fight David Morrell. I could fight David Morrell right now. I could fight anybody. Benavidez. Caleb Plant and Anthony Durrell about to fight, man. Shoot, I'll be the backup filling for that. You know, I'm ready for literally anybody right now, bro. Like, the only fight I would say that I wouldn't, I mean, if they offered it to me, hell yeah, but is Canelo Alvarez, because I don't have that star power yet. I don't have people not talking about me yet. I mean, yeah, I fought Edgar Berlanga. I took him his first fight the distance, but I don't have that, those good people gonna be like, oh, who the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But
the casuals would, not the hardcores, DeMond. The casuals would, not the hardcores.
But you know, that's what they try to look for with Canelo. They want little kids to be speaking about it. You know what I mean? So man, if I can, man, I'm ready to willing to fight anybody right now. You know, anybody, because I have the skill, I have the grit, I have everything. You know, it's really nothing. When you if you look at my last 2 fights, man, it's nothing that I'm missing. You know, it's just now it's just time to show it.
I want to say this real quick before I forget. Besides, first of all, what you just said, your skill sets. DeMond's always had a beautiful shotgun jab. You know, little stuff like he'll purposely throw away his jab, where he'll hit your glove on purpose just to get to where he want to go, and then blind you, things like that. Knows how to punch through his target. Good shots where he knows how to go under your lung, under your heart, to your floating ribs, your spleen. Good. He knows how to place his shots. Once again, like I always tell people, when y'all see the headbanger style where you just walking and throwing bricks, that's not the headbanger style. The always that I grew up in amateurs watching, DeMond, Ty Barnett, and Lamont Andy Peterson, where they were just sliding in, sliding out, boom, slide over here, boom, slide over. That's why you saw different ways. If you watch how even when he threw certain shots in certain fights, you'll see he might throw 1-2, bring his foot straight forward, and the next time he throw, he bring his foot over here just enough. Things are little. It's the little things that comes with being in the game. But with D, I just want to say to everybody, I said this on the video, but I never said it in front of him. When you say who's the greatest fighter from this era, Mark Two Sharp Johnson is going to be the name that you hear a lot of people say. But when you hear, you don't think so?
Leonard.
Yeah, Sugar Ray, but my God.
Now, when you talk about skill, Sharp.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying.
Like, I get you. Definitely. Man, Mark T. Sharp, man, he's one of the most sharpest fighters you can really, man. Like for real. Like, I was watching this fight the other day. I always watch Mark Two Sharp. I always watch, because I like watching him, because the footwork that I've been working on, he uses it to the T.
And make you freeze. He'll make you freeze.
Man, listen.
Oh my God.
He uses it to the T. If he fought 140, bro, like if he was a little bit taller and fought 140, he would have made Bammers look sick. Like, for real. Like, it was like, I really study Mark Two Sharp Johnson hard, because I love his footwork, his
control,
everything.
Feint, make you freeze. But you know, but when you hear people in this area say who's the best champion to come out this area, a lot of times you may hear people say Lamont Peterson. I would say Lamont Peterson, and I always put this man behind that.
Thank you. Man.
Like
I
I'm always,
appreciate
you
that.
know that, you know what
Yeah,
it is.
I
But
appreciate that.
the way
I
he's always
appreciate that.
conducting himself in and out of the square.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a true champion. Belt
Thank
or
you,
what?
man.
No,
I
like
appreciate that.
I was so happy. Me and my family was so happy when he was on TV. You beat forget the guy for the
Isaac Rodriguez.
Yeah. And Isaac was there. He was trying to stay there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, and
I was surprised. I honestly was surprised I stopped him the way I did. But I think I just broke him down. But he kept coming though. He was coming. You know what I'm saying? But it was a great fight. That was a great fight.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm looking at the rankings right now, and
Yeah.
I think a good fight for you would be the winner of Caleb Plant Darrell.
Definitely.
You got,
he's gonna be coming forward all night.
Shane Mosley Jr.
Yeah, he's a great
10,
fight.
That'll put you on a platform.
Yeah.
Why
to
you
go
want to do that?
to Shane?
Yes.
Man, you know, I think
that'll get him
good,
on the platform.
You know, I
The
think it'd be a
platform.
good fight for me right now, just to show my skill, even though he on his way out. With Danny Jacobs.
Danny Jacobs
It'd
too.
be a good fight for me.
Get you on that platform. Get you in front
Yeah.
of some people.
Because, you know, the world know Johnny Jacobs. They're going to be like, oh, who's this kid? Oh, that's the kid that fought Belanga. Oh, let's see what he do.
And
You
then
know?
the stories are so compatible from what
Right.
he
Fought
dealt
Cassie. He's
with.
the miracle man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And, that would be a good torch fight. That would be
Oh,
a
yeah.
good.
And the build-up to that fight would be
Even,
crazy.
even, you know who else got a story? Anthony Durrell. He
Yeah.
had cancer.
Been through some shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People forget about that.
Yeah, they do. They do, man. Like that's why I have the utmost respect for them guys. Even though I want to fight them, I respect all fighters. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but you know, like to go through those type of things, man, those type of situations, people don't understand the mental part of what that does for you. You know what I mean? So shout out to them too, man. Danny Jacobs and Anthony Durrell. But I would love to fight.
Man, I could break down all that right now. Okay, if he was to fight Caleb Plant, of course he's gonna be the one coming forward on that. And the crazy part is what people don't know is some may not know, but they were close friends in the amateurs. He sparred Caleb to help Caleb get ready for Cinnamon. Was it Cinnamon?
No. It was Caleb Truax.
Caleb Truax.
Yeah,
And
you know, I'm sorry to cut you off, bro, but you're right. I did spar Caleb, and you know, me and Caleb were real cool. You know, we were really cool. But this is business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Like,
help me make some money, bro. Like we
you know what I'm
friends.
saying?
Help
Like-
me make some money.
Like, you
Damn.
know, but I think, of course, I would be the one going forward. But see, I'm not going to say that. But you're right. I'm not going to say nothing.
So
I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not gonna
the
say
first 4 rounds is battle of the jabs. You got Caleb fainting, walking, shooting his jab from here,
Yeah.
and you got
He's a real prideful dude.
Yeah.
He's a real prideful dude.
and you got Damon picking it and trying to cut him off on angles. If he fights Anthony Durrell's a little more here on the pocket. Then you got to see who gonna pivot on the angle first and catch who on the counter.
Yeah.
If he fights Shane Mosley, I just don't see overall skill set.
He's getting better though.
Yeah, he's getting better. He's getting better. That last fight, yeah.
But yeah, he looks good. But you know, I think I just got the experience. Over
Yeah,
him.
that's
You know
what I'm
I
saying.
mean?
Experience
Yeah.
overall, been
Yeah.
there, done that, whatever. It's not gonna be too much that he can do to
Yeah.
make the mom be
Definitely.
like, okay, let me pull back.
Oh
and
man, what is
take
this?
this
You know
off.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
You got some fights where you gotta, like they always say, don't never go straight to your opponent, whether he hurt or in the first round, because you want to sit there, faint, walk him, take a deep breath, change the speed on your jab, see what, because you want to see. First, you don't want to get caught with nothing cold early. Then you want to see, okay, how his jab feel? You want to pick his jab, see how his jab feel.
Right.
Okay, nah, dang, that jab hard, that right hand probably a brick.
Right,
Like, you know,
right,
things
right,
like
right.
that. You
And-
know,
and you want to know a lot of things about boxing is you have a lot of fighters, especially in my weight class, who they're being taught how to box, but they don't know anything about the old school tricks.
yeah, they not thinking at
They're
all.
not taught. You know
At
what I'm
all.
saying? They're not taught. Like you broke something down. You know, you like one time I step straight to the jab, then I take a step to the left. And you know what I'm saying? They're not being taught that stuff. Because I just for real, I wasn't taught some of the things that I'm learning now. You know, so I know 90% of the fighters today, man, they're clueless. I can get in the ring right now with them fighters, man, and what I know and break them down. You know what I mean? Like literally break them down.
Yeah, you've been showing it.
And you know, I mean, it's like I said, y'all can talk about it all day, but I gotta show it.
You
Exactly.
gotta show it.
This is the thing. As those fights go, when you're in there and as the month's experience and everything, it's gonna be like, okay, I seen Jesse Hart do this, or I seen this guy do that.
Exactly.
And then as it goes, rounds 1 through 4,
Yes.
you're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna sit there and box this kid, but rounds 5 through 12 or 5 through 20, all right, now I'm starting to pick it up, start putting the match on the pedal, and then when you can't think and you're in there with a guy who's already been there, done that thing and 2 steps ahead of you, it starts to get difficult, and then your anxiety go up, your heart breathing fast, all these different things. You're trying to stay under control, and then all of a sudden, no matter what you do, there's a counteract for it each time.
I watched a video when Sugar Ray Leonard fought Marvin Hagler, and when Sugar Ray fought Marvin Hagler, he said in the first 6 rounds he was just throwing punches out there just to see what he
gonna do. See if he was tight.
Yeah, to see what he can hit him with. And he said as he got tired and he was tired as hell, but when he got his second win, he started putting the punches that he hit him with in the first 6 rounds together in rounds 8, 9, 10, and 12. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of fighters don't know that. And when I fought Jesse Hart, you said something good. When I fought Jesse Hart was, he came up in Philly around
oh my God, Cyclone, Betty Briscoe. Oh my God.
When I fought Jesse Hart, right? I was just fighting, bro. Like, it wasn't nothing really technical. It was just get inside, let your hands go. He bigger than you, but I mean, he taller than me, but really, he was really bigger than me. That was my first fight at 168. My first real fight. So he used his weight. He used the old school tactics that I didn't know. But now that I know like everything that he was doing to me, oh my goodness, I would have fun with him. But back then, I didn't have the experience because I wasn't being taught the stuff that he knew, so that stuff makes a huge difference, man.
So let me ask you, brother.
Yeah.
So are those fights that you would want back? Would you want that fight back? Would you?
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, would you want that? Like,
listen.
Would you want the Berlanga fight back since you leveled up so much?
What?
Or
what? If you see, no. Let me get this, bro. Please, let me get this, dude. We sitting there at the at DC. We was at the DC sports arena. And we at the DC Sports Arena, and me and Mom talking, and I said, bruh, these last 3 fights that Edgar done changed his whole thing. He couldn't, the last 3 fights that Edgar Berlanga done fought, he could not go in there with him right now and do that stuff. Because he not throwing no bricks, I ain't got nothing to worry about now. And no.
Like, if I wanted to, I would walk Edgar down. If I could have did it that night, but I was just listening to my corner. The game plan was, look, the first couple rounds, box him, then take him inside.
And take him deep waters, try to drown him.
But we really didn't have enough. I didn't have enough. Then I wasn't 100%. And if I would have had 2 to 3, 4 more rounds, it would have been a different story. If you realize I got dropped in that 8th round, but I got dropped, laying it all on the line, I'm like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I lost. So let me try to knock him out. You know what I mean? He caught me.
No, for
you know
sure.
what I mean? But man, definitely I would fight. Man, I recently put up something on Instagram. I added Jesse Hart. I added everybody in the super middleweight division. Yeah. Except Edgar. You know what I'm saying? Edgar, he's a man, he only thing I would gain by fighting Edgar is just, all right, bet. That's now it's time to show. When I fought Edgar, I wasn't right and nothing like that, but it's not gonna get me nowhere.
That was my question. That was my point, because you fighting Edgar don't really do nothing for you. Where you rank that now, there's so many more fights that you can fight that'll get you above where he's at. And you don't have to fight him to get there. That's
you know
what I'm saying.
Like, it doesn't make sense, but I will fight him again because number one, it's gonna be a good payday. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna double from the last fight.
I can invest off that. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna put me right where I left off. It's gonna put me above where I left off because this kid really was sick. This kid really was messed up. Like, man, let's see what we can do with him now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let's Caleb, you want to fight him? You know what I'm saying? Or the winner of Caleb or Anthony Durrell or Benavidez. Nobody really wants to fight Benavidez right now. No, nobody. I'm telling you. And the reason why they don't, because they scared. They scared. But if you really study and watch Benavidez, bruh, he makes the most mistakes in the sport of boxing.
Yes.
The most mistakes.
Yes.
It's just he catches people.
Wait, no, don't do it.
Let him do it. Let him finish. Go ahead, finish.
Oh,
I want to
They scared. They scared before they get in there. If you watch when he fought Anthony Durrell was jabbing this. That was out jabbing him, bro. Like he couldn't really do nothing with Anthony Durrell.
I thought he was gonna tell Davis mistakes. That's why I thought he was.
Oh no, I'm not gonna tell his mistakes. I'm not gonna tell his mistakes. But he makes so many mistakes that I could capitalize on, and And the name of boxing is hit and not get hit. You know what I'm saying? He's
Right.
a 6'3", 6'3 and a half kid. All you gotta do is stay close in the inside. I'm not gonna tell you what you gotta do, but but listen, man, he's not hard to beat, man. You just can't be scared.
You have to be in top shape. Well, I ain't worried about
Tip-top
shape part
shape.
with him.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he's gonna throw a lot of punches.
Yeah.
The thing is that people gotta understand is, bro, I'm not taking nothing away from Benavidez.
Nah, you can't.
He can fight. He
Yeah.
come to bring it. He throws
Right.
a lot of punches. A lot of them got pop on him.
Yeah.
You know, he always is trying to put impose, but
Right.
that makes you wonder. I'm gonna say the common sense stuff. I ain't gonna say the complex weaknesses.
Right.
I'll say the simple stuff. Can he fight on his back foot?
Exactly.
I
Have
mean,
we ever seen him fight on his back foot? One time against Ronald Gaville.
Yep, and Gaville in that first fight was giving him all he wanted.
He said he was sick. I'll get that. You know what I'm saying? But he came back, and you can see he came after that fight, he made some adjustments.
Yep.
He had to make adjustments. Ronald Gaville didn't. He just kept doing the same thing. You know what I mean? But man, that first fight, man, you could say he was sick or whatnot, but still, Ronald Gaville did a hell of a job using his jab, pushing him back. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Anthony Durrell was pushing him back, put with the jab, you know what I'm saying, out jabbing him, and look what happened. You know what I mean? But
the thing, if you throwing your jab, like for instance, if you throw your shotgun jab, the next thing you know, you change the speed on like pop, pop, pop.
Yeah.
Then you get touch jab, whatever. Feign him. See if
well,
you
he
can
can't
make
get the timing.
like the way David Benavidez walk in, he's gonna walk straight towards you.
Yeah.
He's not gonna like all of a sudden you feign at him and do this. He's not gonna pluck. He's not gonna go in the Philly shell. He's gonna. So if you can make him as he's walking to you do this, like open his hands, because sometimes he opens his hands.
Right. Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, if you make him do that, if you could pull in, shoulder first, and make your shoulder hit him in the chest, and then you start ripping. Or for instance, if you working with David Benavidez and you pulling in and you shoot to his chest, like okay, once he open up, I'm gonna throw my chest right into his shoulder. I'm gonna throw my shoulder right into his chest and see if I can make him hurt. Or if you sitting there, you working with somebody like David Benavidez, I'm shooting my jab at every angle. I'm shooting it like up. I'm shooting it all type of way. I'm shooting my jab at all type of angles, trying to see. And then on top of that, okay, I'm gonna sit there and slide, see if I can make him make the first move, and then all of a sudden I counteract it. There's so many different ways. And the last thing is punch when he punch.
Don't. Why you can't?
Oh, shit, my bad.
So now I'm just
How the hell you gonna say him not to give all the way?
I didn't say the complex stuff. I didn't say the complex stuff.
It really
I'm
is to
saying
everybody.
the simple
It's
stuff.
simple stuff. You can watch David and see he got holes in his game. You could capitalize off that.
It's just he throws so many punches that
gets
it makes
masked.
you.
Yeah.
He throws so many punches, it's almost to not give you time to think. Almost, and if
Man,
you're not
he
in
throws-
tip top shape, he gonna ruin you.
Bro, he throws a lot of punches, man. But a lot of it is like, hey, look,
You're not
man,
turning
if
it
you're
over.
Real, take somebody like James Toney.
Oh my God,
Man.
Oh
when I
my
tell you-
God, Gerald
Listen.
McClellan, or oh my God,
oh my goodness. When I tell you somebody like James Toney would have like really like,
remember the Vasily Girard fight?
Yes,
That's basically.
yes.
But for people who don't know, the David Benavidez back in the day was Vasily Girard.
Yeah.
Go look at that fight.
yeah.
That was him. So if you sitting there throwing that stuff and he throwing it, you like, okay, let me just catch this stuff in between, try to go in between everything and shoot when he shoot, and then see if I can get him to stay in the pocket too long. You know, man.
Yeah. But I will say this though, man. He's one of the most feared boxers in the weight class right now.
Yeah.
No, he's not one. He is the most feared boxer in the weight class, and you gotta have respect for him, man, because he gets these dudes out of there. So you gotta respect it. I respect him 100%. I just think I got the juice to beat him. And that's just what it is. Like I said, man, it's for them, man. It's a high risk, low reward. Only thing he gets paid, he gonna get paid regardless. But him fighting me is just it's considered. I'm being realistic. It's considered a stay busy fight. But for me, it's gonna change my life.
Yeah.
So of course, man, I get that fight, man. I'm not just gonna lay it all on the line. I'm gonna be smart, strategic with it, And then when I break them down, I'm gonna lay it all on the line. So man, it's just right now, man, it's just about staying busy.
Your access code or PIN followed by the
You
pound
good.
sign.
Right now, it's just about me, man, for real, staying busy until that call comes. I had a few things that come to the table far as media wise about the fight, about the Belengo fight. They're gonna put something out in the media just to probably push it for me. Which I really appreciate that. I recently got a call about a fight, something going down in Georgia. I really don't want to speak on it, but it's something going down in Georgia in the end of September. I haven't heard anything back, but it's a great fight for me. Great fight for me. That I'm, man, listen, if they call me back, man, I'm saying, look, just if it doesn't make dollars, it don't make sense.
Exactly.
Number one. But look, what are you paying? If it's paying right, what up, you know what I'm saying? Something decent, you know, and it don't gotta be 100% right. It's gotta be decent because this is a fight that's gonna help me get back in the talks. All I need is a fight to where I'm either there already or I'm in the talks. Like, man, look, man, this kid, man, look, yeah.
And you're already number 9.
Like, I'm already
That's
number
what
9.
I feel like people, you are in the talks, people sitting back looking, and they put a calculation to their spreadsheet, like, is it worth it?
Right.
I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell y'all. I've been around so many great trainers all my life.
Yeah,
I've seen this situation happen before.
Yeah.
You sit down with your fighter. You could be watching a fight. It could be looking at the rankings, anything, and you just looking at your guy. You be like, no, we don't need this.
Yeah.
If we gotta do it, if it becomes our mandatory, we'll take it. But right now, we don't need this now.
Definitely.
We don't need. I've seen, like, y'all don't understand. I can mention names. There's so many guys since a little kid. I done seen them conversations where you be like, that kid, you can get him, but we don't need this right now.
Right. That's like that's perfect example. Canelo and Benavidez and them. Like, you know what I'm saying? You the undisputed champion. Like he said, man, you guys fight each other, then you can fight me. You know what I mean? What Canelo has nothing to prove.
Nothing. But the thing is, why they so worried about Canelo? Just like remember, Benavidez, Hearns, Hagler, Duran, Leonard, they all fought each other.
Yeah, but you got to remember, man. In today's time, it's about that money. They fight Canelo.
I'm gonna make some more money fighting everybody else, and then I get the top fight. Like
But you know, I will say this. Nah, I wouldn't say this because I would say, like, if I was in their shoes, I would understand. But still, I just left the fight. Yeah. So whichever one makes the most sense, where I'm gonna make good money.
Yes.
I'm gonna take it. Like, if I was Benavidez or if I was Caleb Plant, if I'm gonna make more money fighting Benavidez, which is gonna be a bigger risk for real, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be when you in training camp. You gotta be focused.
Focused.
That's the funnest part about boxing, bro. When you got somebody
locked in,
when you're locked in, and you got an opponent that's ready, that's willing to lay it all on the line, just like you are. Because at the end of the day, all you gonna do is hug and shake hands.
I mean, let's be real. We already know you going in the DC Boxing Hall of Fame. That's already said and done.
You think so? You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's
all right,
dope, my man.
You get one of your old outfits ready to put up in the hall, bro.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. I mean, skill-wise, amateur resume all the way up to the pro. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but the way I look at it with especially you have the WBC, USNBC, he should as the number 9, the next belt he should be fighting for, and first, it should make sense. The money should be right, man. Especially if it's a 10-rounder, the money should make sense, and it's a ranking. And the belt should be nothing more than either WBA interim or IBF intercontinental, something like that. It should be one of them belts that lets everybody know now this guy goes from number 9 to number 5. He's in the top 5 now instead of top 10.
Right.
You know, and the biggest risk is who's gonna step out there almost.
Right. Exactly.
But the smart thing you're doing is what all the old timers used to say.
Yeah.
Stay busy.
Yeah.
Stay sharp.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And Demon's one of them guys. You have teammates, y'all, that when you grow up in the gym with them, and Demon knows this, we've all had them teammates where the boy bad, but once we walk out of this gym, you worry about what he doing. You worry about what he doing for the next 20 hours till we back in the gym tomorrow. If he's in the gym. And you don't with Demond, like, what's up?
I'm sorry. Look, so guys, we got the phone number posted. If you guys want to call in and ask Mr. Demond D. Best at Nicholson any questions, we got a phone number posted. It's at the bottom of the screen. So feel free to call in and talk to Mr. Demond.
Heck yeah.
But it is at the bottom of the screen.
But you know, it's those fights, you know, he should have nothing less than what he deserves.
Yeah.
And those fights, you should be those WBA interims, those IBF Intercontinental, those type belts.
Right.
That should be the thing, and there should be more calls, in my opinion, for you to be. Hey, I need you to stay ready. It might be if this fight falls, like how Sergey Lipinets is going in
Right.
tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Right.
It should have there should be no doubt in my mind where the next rankings. It should be a
Right.
switch up, and then okay, oh we already got a call, we already
Right.
got a guy right there in shape.
Right.
You know, but it comes to now, skill wise, who's willing to do that?
Unmuted.
I hope at a certain point it comes to you know, fighting somebody for one of them belts, definitely.
Man, I'm praying, man. You know, like you said, man. You know, I've been through so much. You know, just with kidney failure alone. You know, I think that's enough. You know, like that is literally enough on the plate, man. And to go through that, get through it, and still have little scares. Like, bro, like after the Belenga fight, man, I was thinking about retiring. Like,
Really?
yeah, I was thinking about retiring because, like, okay, I figured out what was problem, but bro, like I can't keep having these cramping up and everything like that. Like, man, I got kids, you know, that I'm living for. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I might just go out here, get a government job and just hustle. You know what I mean? Hustle my way, hustle my little CMOS and train kids, train fighters. You know what I mean? Pass the knowledge that I've gained down to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm doing that now. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm just thankful that I can continue my career, and I finally got the fix for what was going on, why I was sick, why I almost died. You know, so when you can't figure out why your work is, when you work so hard that you almost killing yourself, then that's enough for you right there. Like, man, like I can't keep doing this. You know, I can't keep going through this. My kids can't keep seeing me in the hospital. My mom, my dad, you know, my loved ones. You know, it's just,
you know, I know.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly, bro. And exactly. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
I know.
That's why
You remember when I finished
that's
having
why-
that surgery and
That's
I
why
was
you
coming.
not a professional
Yeah.
boxer, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's hurt. That's sickening. You know what I'm saying? I know it is, bro, because you love boxing so much, and that's where I was at a point in time. Like, man, I can't, you know, I can't keep going through this. But you know, thankfully, man, you know, we got the fix, and I'm still here. You know, it's a blessing, man.
It's remarkable, man. Your story is really
man,
remarkable.
Man, I can't lie to you, man. It's a major blessing. I'm not about to tear up at anything, but
No, you good, bro.
but it's a blessing, man. I'm just thankful that, you know, I can be on here talking with you guys about it.
Yeah.
And you know, I really haven't got a chance to really go public and speak about any of this. You know what I'm saying? So I've been. I think I.
Me and you
don't-
talked about it a little bit.
Right. So, man, you know, that's what it is, man. Now it's just time to kick some. Excuse my language. Time to kick some ass.
Yeah, man. And
for real.
I mean, and
Yeah.
so Demon's basically that type of guy that the old, like the hammering, hammering Hank back in the day, or all those guys from the black and white era, all those guys that they just threw a pair of gloves on and they over their shoulder and they went to each town and they just fought.
Yeah,
He's
just
got to
fight.
stay
Yeah.
ready. They just stay ready, and they went, and that's one of the things with Demond. And I was telling him before. I said, he said, "What are you worried about, bro?" I said, "Man, I hope they don't try to wait till Demond get old and then try to all of a sudden try to fight him."
They probably. I don't honestly. That's crazy because I was just thinking that yesterday as I was driving. I was like, man,
This dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was just thinking
Thank
that.
you.
I was just thinking that I was driving, but you know, it's crazy being as though that I know I'm working on my health and everything, my diet and everything. It's like, bro, for real, I'm just getting wiser. I'm not getting older. I still feel like I'm 21 years old.
You know why?
Right, and that was my
because you
point,
never
though.
cheated your body.
Exactly.
That's
whole
what I was
time
telling
up.
them. I was like, they're gonna wait for him to get old, and that's a mistake for them because Demon's in a
Yeah.
spot now where
Exactly.
before his last fight, we normally be coking and joking, we
Right,
laughing
right.
shit. He was dialed in. He was in a different mental
Slim.
space where I ain't
In the
never seen him
lobby.
before.
Right, right,
You know
right.
what I'm
No,
saying?
remember when we ran into him in the lobby?
Yeah.
We had to go back to the car to get a piece for the podcast. So we coming back in. Demon's coming through the door and he see us. And he's like, and it's Hey, my guys, baby.
Dialed in.
Right.
Like, he snapped out of it, gave me a big hug.
Dialed
Like
in.
I seen y'all, but I was like,
You was in,
Tunnel.
locked
right.
And he gave me his usual bit. How you feeling, man? I said, I'm feeling good, bro. I was like, good, man. Go do your thing. I got it all of a sudden just, as soon as he was done giving me the hug, then ping. Like, it was like, oh my God.
And like for me, I don't like to worry about things like what could happen if he gonna get old. I'm a glass half full kind of guy, so I'm like, they can wait. But we talking about Damon here. He one of the best in the world at 168, so that's just gonna play in his favor. You know, I got him. They wait on him to get old. He go put on a spectacular performance, take somebody's belt. Now he's the guy. He's the contender. He's the mandatory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
good
how I view
point.
it. That's how I view it.
And the reason why I'm thinking that's because I've been around the fighting all my life so long and seeing guys. We done seen guys. They try. Remember what they tried to do to Lamar? When he was getting ready to fight American before they put him on ESPN, back on ESPN. All this. They do this game.
This game is dirty,
this game is cruddy, yo. I mean, it will ruin your innocence.
Yeah.
You could be the purest of the pure. Like, okay, like me and Damon, we stay in the gym, eat right. We love the lifestyle. Like we, my water, all this other stuff, doing this, doing that. We really love the grind of being a fighter. But I had put a post up on my story last night that said, boxing, how do I, it's the quote says boxing, how do I explain it? You have to have the discipline, do it like you love it, but you love it, you hate it as much as you love it, and you love it as much as you hate it. That's the fight game. Yeah. And you see it so much, Bing. I swear, it's no different than, I always want to make sure I get my man, but he played football at a high level. Yeah. And how many times you done seen guys get hurt or something? It could be a high ankle sprain. And there's always someone else right there to take your job, but you done did all of this stuff for them. Yeah. It's be so messed up. So I'm looking at it because seeing so many fighters, so many guys that got taken or that did so many things.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like, bro, like, when it comes to boxing, like, I can't really speak for football, basketball, or any other sport, but when it comes to boxing, it's not nothing I haven't seen, bro. Like, on every level. On every level.
Good
like,
and bad, man.
From the top, the middle to the bottom, bro. Like, this is boxing is the streets. For real.
Yes, it's like, a gang mentality. Like, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's just what it is. Like when you hear fighters say, "Oh, you're on the other side of the street."
Yeah.
You know, like that's
real.
It's real, bro. It's nothing. You know, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's all. I love the game. You know what I mean? I love it, man. I love it dearly, bro. Like I love it so much that my relationships with some people, man, get messed up because they all you do is go to the gym, all you do is box, you don't take no breaks and nothing like that. But when I do take breaks, but my breaks are just different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we resting, we recuperate. Yeah. We like, cool with just sitting in the house with our nephews.
Like we
hit that yay for him one time.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we partied before, but it was only like right after the fight.
Yeah,
right after the fight. And I will say this: after the Belenga fight, I was supposed to fight last year, 2021 in September. Dusty and them was having a card. So I was in training camp from last July. I did not fight again in October. I didn't fight in September, but I fought in October. Boom. Got right back in the gym to work on things. Because, I told you, I'm still learning. So got right back in the gym. Fought again in February. Boom. Right back in the gym in February. I went to, I went to training camp with Joshua Buatsi. I appreciate that, man. I had a lovely time in Oakland, California, man. With him and Virgil.
How long was the camp?
I was out there for 5 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, I was out there for 5 weeks.
Oh.
5 weeks. Man, and I had the time of my life because, I'm getting away doing what I love. You know what I'm saying? Doing what I love and getting paid for it, But
yes.
But we helped him out a lot. Me and Alontes Fox, we helped him out a lot. And he helped us out a lot.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Then I came home, stayed in the gym. Then I just had to fight, So listen, I'm the type of fighter. I work 7 days a week. Like my day off is just going running. That's my day off, like literally. So I worked for 365 days straight. More than that. Actually, I'm sorry, because I was in started training camp last July. I fought August 6th. So I worked for over
A year straight.
over a year straight. You know what I'm saying? Non-stop. So, like for this time, I won't lie, after this fight, I took a little break. Man, I went out. I partied, but I haven't, you know what I'm saying? I don't get a chance to do that for real. One or two times.
And the whole time you party, you still got that little twitch of staying disciplined. Like,
Still going
okay,
to the
making
gym.
sure,
Yeah,
stay disciplined.
yeah.
Make sure, all right, let me make sure I still get my proper rest and all that.
I didn't go to the gym, but I'm still training kids, but I was still running.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have been doing that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I got the hunger in me. When I get a call, man, I get right to work. Like even though I'm already working, but as soon as I get a call, I'm going running 6 miles just to think about the fight. Even if the fight don't happen, I'm just playing the fight over and over again in my head.
Real quick,
Yeah.
y'all keep seeing us look over to the side. We got my nephew's back there.
All the kids
All the kids back there. It's beautiful at the same time because when they come up and they look and they watch and they go back and play,
They
and
really
they come and watch.
Yeah.
But like I was
They the
saying
next
earlier
generation.
about
They
you
the
being
generation.
a true champ in and out of the square and then all the things you said about me and everything, and I appreciate we doing it with them in mind.
Yeah.
Like, okay, because what they watching. Because how many times we grew up watching different pros and we mimic them doing this, that, and the third. So you look at them and
that's how I started, man. You
Yeah.
know, I started in the gym with when I was young. I grew up in the gym with Sean B. Mitchell, William Joppy, Keith Holmes. These are guys I grew up watching. You know, like so when I was 7, 8, 9 years old, just in the gym, I'd be in summer camp upstairs. I come downstairs to the gym just to watch them train. And that's one of the main reasons why I am who I am.
same. Didn't I just say the same jump the other episode?
Yeah.
Going up at Old Hillgrad, seeing Nesto, Tony Thompson, Ty Barnett was a teenager at the time. Daryl Too Sweet, Coley, Dangerous Daryl Lattimore, all these different guys, and you just and then the thing is though, he's 7, I'm at 4 or 5 going. You kind of feel
you
like
a baby.
and as you growing up in the gym, you start to realize when you leave the gym, you with your other friends that I'm 11 years old acting like I'm 15 because you forced to because you're around these grown men so much that you thinking different than other kids your age. Am I lying, bro? Oh my goodness,
that's real, bro. Like, and and when I really think about it, like I look at some kids now today in the gym, I'm like, bro, like what? Like I would never do this type of. But I realized like I didn't grow up the same way as you. You know what I mean? Like I'm just in the gym training them, so they don't really get a chance to see me train. But when they do, they be like, hold up,
totally different man.
Hold up, this coach, this our coach.
It's what it's supposed to look like.
They come to the fight. They come to the fight. Like recently, my last fight, I got a bunch of new kids that just started in my gym, man, and they came to see. A few of them came to see me fight, and the parent, he was like, man, like that. Man, you mean to tell me you be in here every day, showing her, and that's how you fight, man? Like he was like, man, I really like that, But that's right there. That's just a compliment because it just goes to show you that you really put in that work. You know what I mean? When you got people who you train on a day-to-day basis, they don't ever see me throw my punches. They just see me coaching and stuff like that, but they don't realize who they working with. They give them a little bit more inspiration and want to do it even more. So now, man, I got a boatload of kids, man, that's about to be fighting soon. Matter of fact, they fight the 27th or 28th. A few of them, but man, they ready, man. They hungry.
Is that the guns down, gloves up?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
The guns down, gloves up is something that a friend of mine put together. It's more so like a little event just to bring the youth, everybody for real, but everybody, not just the youth, but just everybody, just to bring them together as one. And whoever wanted to throw on some gloves could throw on some gloves and stuff like that. It's gonna have fun, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be in Laurel, but man, we inviting everybody. 93.9 is gonna be there.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a few different people there and stuff like that. But man, it's gonna be a great event, man.
And when is that going down?
September 17th.
September 17th.
Yeah.
Guns
September
down, gloves
17th.
up.
Man,
That's huge.
It's been times where I'm wondering, you remember this?
Uh-huh.
This is right when I got out the hospital. My dad, we was fighting outside, and me and you was wrapping all the guys' hands in that back. Oh my God! Like this is the thing. Like we'll be training. Next thing you know, we go. I remember when you still was training when you had the Grant gear. You had the blue Grant gloves with the white thumb. I still remember that.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh my goodness!
But you know, it's just in us though, man. It's in us, man. Like boxing didn't choose us. We chose it. You know what I'm saying? But man, I love it. I love it, man. Like I'm gonna be in the gym every day for the rest of my life.
Indeed.
But I gotta say this to everybody watching. I put a post from Kid Stark Jr. from a way back when his eye was swollen shut, things like that. Y'all hearing this, and Damon is the quintessential old fighter, like how people always talk about how he carries up, I carry up myself, like how Chris Eubanks said. He said, "What's the coolest in doing what you're doing, but you get out of the ring and be like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, how you doing? You need help with this? Like, need whatever." And because I want to go back to what I said earlier when I said true. Let me emphasize for y'all what a true champion. I never forget. I'll tell this story. My uncle Marshall, God rest his soul, we was playing chess. He was telling me, he said, "Who you think a true champion is, champion?" And I said, Roy Jones. He said he's always in shape, and he always in shape. He fight everybody, and he got all the belts. He said, "Oh, that's a good choice. That's right. He stay in shape with her." But nah, he said true champions got like Alexis Arguello, and all these different. He started naming these guys. He said true champion is the one with or without the belt.
Right.
How because back in the day, every neighborhood had their own champ. Back in the day. You know, and
for real though, that's real. That's
for real. Like y'all don't get
like
that.
Everybody, like certain like even where I'm from in certain hoods. Everybody know that one boxer. You know what I mean? Everybody knows that one boxer,
and they all show. And whether it was Damon, whether it's just different guys. You got guys that you know how people stand. Certain people stand up for like Dusty. People go nuts. The mom people go nuts before Larry Riccio. Larry Riccio. People used to go, "Oh my God!" You know who he is? He the Johnny Tap. Him and Dusty are the Johnny Tappies of this area,
Larry
dog.
Riccio. When he turned pro, he had just came out.
He had just came out
home.
Just came home.
You know what I'm saying? So like, look, I think it was like my second or third fight. Man, me and him, we were selling the convention center out.
Yep.
Like it was nothing.
The first was the top on that card.
Yeah.
And then it was Rose. Remember, I was there.
Yeah.
And I was like, God.
Then it was Rose Crawl.
Yep.
Bro, we was selling it out. Like literally, like standing room only.
Yep.
The fire marshal came to the convention center.
Yep. I'll never forget it.
Dead ass.
I'm so serious. I'm so serious because people understand like Rosecroft is like our StubHub center. Where all the wars be happening at. So I never get it. So we go in the back. I'll say, y'all, I'm about to go in the back. The mom about to walk out. So I go in the back.
Shout out to Larry Riccio too, man.
Man, what? Oh my goodness. And I walk back there. And he was like, as soon as I walked past you, you said, "I was wondering when you was gonna get back here, man." And then so I give her a hug. And then all of a sudden they played Dreams and Nightmares. He kept the double door. It's a double door Rose. So kept the joint closed. And they purposely, soon as the beat drop, kicked the door open. We the mom walk out. Then the other side of the mom before he come out on he came out, he did it for his dad. He came out on
James Brown.
Pay the cost, be the boss.
Yeah, you remember?
I remember that. Oh my goodness.
Man.
Yeah, man,
Bro,
like that was
how
crazy.
Long, I'm sorry to cut you off. Jay, how long you been in like boxing like you are now?
Now, this is new to me. It's been like 2 years. I've been a boxer fan since I was like the kids' ages.
That's crazy,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? But as far as like the media and being involved, like honestly, I'm new to DMV boxing.
Like that's crazy because when I first met you, bro, like we clicked like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like I ain't
me too.
like no custard. You know?
Yeah, man.
On hood.
Oh my god.
But like, bro, it's crazy because it seemed like now we doing this interview, but it seemed like, bro, you been here forever, man. But like, it's the boxing and the DMV area, like he said, everybody got a champ in their hood. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta realize in the DMV, bro, like the boxing is so big and so precious. Right. It's just that we get caught up in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us get caught up in the bubble. And I can't lie, I almost got caught up in the bubble a couple times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though I stay on the right path, but you gotta realize this boxing is a dirty game, man.
Yes,
and
sir.
you can get caught up in the slightest things, man. The slightest things. And I understand why a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, boxing is cool and all, but man, you gotta realize you bringing dudes from the ghetto, dudes who come from nothing, not ever taught about how to get money. They get 50, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100,000 or more. And the DMV, we some of the flyest people in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
for real though.
we gonna get fly. We have some of the beautifulest women. We men, we gonna spend that money. We gonna get them girls. We gonna do all that. So it's
Giving
so
back
much
to the mamas in the neighborhood. All that.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Oh my goodness, man.
for
What
sure.
the neighborhood? You know what I'm saying? So like, man, it's a lot. It's a lot to anybody who makes it from here, bro. And boxing, I commend them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so much, man. It's so much. Anybody who makes it, period, but especially this area, man, because it's easy to fall down.
So
Man.
for you, what are some of the keys to making it out of this area?
For me,
Getting
just
out of that bubble.
Keep doing what I'm doing, man.
Discipline.
Keep discipline and keep my dad by my side, man. You know, my dad has really been the backbone of everything that I've ever been through, bro. Like everything. Like my kidney failure, my career, any downfall that I've had in my life, my dad's been right there to help pick me back up. You know what I'm saying? And show me how to get out of it if he's not there. You know what I'm saying? But it's been times, man, me and my dad, man, we bump heads. Like
Same here.
Like me and my dad, man.
All of us.
We be about here. You know what I'm saying? If
I remember when we was
you
at
know my dad,
Hillcrest.
Yeah, your dad
Bro,
funny as hell.
remember when we was at Hillcrest?
Yeah.
I just finished sparring. It was you and Jared about to spar.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Like, bro, like if you see my dad, like a lot of people know though, don't play with my dad. You know what I'm saying? But it's been times when like, man, I'm like, look, man, like you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that little boy no more, champ. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold up. You know what I mean? Like, but like I would never disrespect my dad. But
of course,
you know, we bumped heads at the time, but me and my dad bumping heads was like, look, Dad, it's gonna be a time where as though we don't know what life may bring, but it's gonna be times where as though, you know, like you may not be here. And I'm gonna be by my damn self. I got my older brother, you know what I'm saying? I got my older brother. Of course, you taught him things in life, but at the same time, man, look, if it's something that I'm doing wrong, let me learn from it. You know what I mean? Let me be
trust
the man.
that you've done a good job.
Exactly. Let me learn from it, and then I'm gonna come to you and be like, look, Dad, you was right, man. Like, you know, we gotta regroup. You know what I mean? But you know, my dad one of them stubborn types. Like, look, man, we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But luckily, you know, with life took its course, and you know, and I end up, you know, me and my dad are like this now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's no breaking me and my dad. You know, it's no breaking me. People still today, you know, they come complain about my dad and stuff like that, but you only gonna complain about my dad if you a sucker. Like for real, yeah. If you a custer, you know what I'm saying? But cause my dad, man, like my dad is so upfront. You don't have to hide anything from him. How you feel, you can tell him. He's not gonna argue. You know what I mean? But if you come sideways with some language, some bullshit, then that's when it's gonna go all the way left.
We almost seen it at the
So-
fight last weekend.
Oh yeah. And I was right there.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so this what happened, and then I'm gonna go. This what happened. Because I'm gonna,
You know what I'm talking about.
but then I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna take some medicine. I'm gonna come back in. But basically,
Okay.
what happened was me and BINK were walking. And we were trying to get our passes, and I see your pop coming, and they not trying to let him in.
Yeah.
And I said, "Ma'am, wait,
Right.
that's Demar Nichols' dad. He's the co-main event."
Right.
I was mad. They did it to Calvin. They did it all. I said, whoa.
Yeah.
And the dude was like, yeah, that's Junior. He's a fighter. I said, yo, this is this man done fought here about 7-8 times. He's the second assist in the corner.
Right.
He got to get to his fighter.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we can't, anybody can say. I said, so he just standing there with a spit bucket,
Yeah.
some noodles in his
Right,
hand.
right.
Or there's you doing that just to say he could get into the front. Like, come on now. I say, well, let him come with me. And then they was like, they said, no, even if he goes with you, Drew, we can't. I said, Mr. Nick, you want me to go get Tony? He was like, yeah, go get Tony, man, because this don't make no sense, man. It was unreal.
Right. Yeah, man. That's.
But I'm gonna step out for 1 second.
You about to step out, but hey, listen, man. When I get a fight date, man, it's cool. I can come up.
Bro,
come back. You can come here whenever you want, bro.
All right, bet.
You can come here whenever you want.
When I get a fight date, we
gonna run it back again.
Yeah, we gonna run it again.
Yeah, for sure. But I want to ask you too, off of boxing a little bit. You've been doing your CMOS thing. Like, what got you into CMOS?
My kidney failure.
Okay.
When I went through my kidney failure, man, the doctor told me, Mr. Nicholson, it's gonna be 6 to 12 months before you get back in the gym. Get back in the gym. I said, man, I gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't take 6 to 12 months off from the gym, man. Like I got 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to work right now. I want to pursue my dream. That's to be one of the greatest fighters to ever live.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was in the hospital for 2 weeks on dialysis, and everything was, my numbers went down a little bit, but I was still in severe care of kidney failure and stuff like that. So they told me it was time I can go home. I was on dialysis now, and I had the port in my chest.
Damn, man.
Yeah, man. I didn't know until I got it taken out. But man, when you get on dialysis, they put a port in your chest. I got the scar right here. Got the scar right there. They put a port in your chest, bro. The joint is 20 inches.
Damn.
20 inches.
Right, so it's going down. So
listen, it goes to your heart. It goes, the heart is basically the main, where your main artery, the main vessel your blood flow goes to. So I knew they were doing that, but I didn't know how long it was. I'm thinking my heart right here. My heart right here. So they put it right here. So it's going, you know what I mean?
Man, that's wild, man.
Bro, it was 20. They put the joint in your artery, in your veins.
Right.
Dog, it was 20 inches. So when I got out the hospital, I actually went to the dialysis. Yeah. So when I was in the hospital, they was feeding me, giving me everything that I need. So I didn't know what all you could take in, your body could preserve because they would feed me. So when I went home, went to dialysis, they explained to me what you can eat, what you can't eat, and all that, And they was like, you basically can't have nothing with potassium in it, because potassium, that's one of the main electrolytes. Like I said, main electrolytes, and it's not, your kidney's not gonna be able to flush.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even though you're on dialysis, but it's still not good because your body can swell up a whole lot, stuff like that from fluid. Yeah. Because you can't pee. I mean, when your kidneys fail, you can't pee, bro.
Right.
Can't do nothing for real. So when I got home, I was 233 pounds. When I went to the hospital, I was 170.
Right.
So all the fluid from the IVs that they had put in me and stuff like that was just stuck in my body. Yeah. And so once I got on dialysis, they told me what I couldn't eat and the things I can eat. I'm like, bro, that's basically nothing that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, bro, like, you can't eat things with potassium. So I couldn't eat a lot of fruits. I couldn't eat potatoes. I couldn't eat this. You can't drink a lot of water. You can only drink, a bottle or 2 water a day. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm like, bro, like, look, nothing is working. I can't pee yet. It's been 2.5 weeks. I can't pee.
Damn.
Like,
so your kid, I just walked back in. Your kidneys had shut up to that point where you could. Yeah, I dealt with that too.
He asked me what got me into CMOS. So I'm like, man, I gotta start doing my research now. It's been 2.5 weeks. I'm still haven't used the bathroom. I'm getting tired. I'm on dialysis. I can't take showers. I gotta take bird baths. So I was like, man, let me do my research. And I started looking up Dr. Sebi. I was just doing my research, and Dr. Sebi actually just popped up. Okay. He just popped up, and I watched the videos and stuff like that about our CMOS. And luckily, my brother, for real, he's my strength and conditioning coach, but he's really my brother. Right. My man Donnell, he introduced it to my man Salahuddin. And he was like, yeah, man, he make all these different types of drinks and stuff like that, CMOS. I was like, you got CMOS? He was like, yeah. I was like, man, I've been trying to get something. Like, like, I need that. You know what I mean? I really need that. So he got me some CMOS, and I think for real, of course, sea moss is good for you, but I think just the simple fact that I told myself in my head that look, you got to use the bathroom. Like you really, your kidneys got to start back working. You know, people don't realize they talk about this mental health and God and stuff like that, but people don't realize, we fail to realize God is within us. You know what I mean? That's the number one thing we don't realize, bro. Like God made us like in his image. So if he made us in his image and he made us, that means we're all that's just like my son. My son is me.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who he has is him. Who they have is it's all gonna be me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what. You know what I mean? So that's another thing, man. Mentally, I just took myself there and I started taking sea moss. And like 3 days after I start taking the sea moss, man, bruh.
Crazy difference.
Bruh.
So,
Listen, like I told you, when I came home, I was 233 pounds. For 7 days straight, I never forget, it was a Thursday. I first used the bathroom, man. When I tell you I cried real tears, I cried tears, bro.
the littlest things.
Bruh, listen, imagine not being able to take a leak
Right.
for 3 weeks.
That's wow. I didn't know that shit was even like a thing. That's crazy, man.
3 weeks, bro. I couldn't pee. You know what I'm saying? With the dialysis, what the dialysis does is basically they take your blood out and everything and resurface and everything. So listen, for 3 weeks, I couldn't pee. So that Thursday night, I went to the bathroom. But this is the killer. I started using the bathroom, but I was using the bathroom every 20 minutes.
Oh shit.
For 7 days, I didn't sleep.
Wow.
7 days, bro. It was so bad that when I went to the dialysis, they when you can't get up and use the bathroom. So the first day I got up 3 times. They said, Mr. Nicholson, you're gonna have to bring a water jug or something. Like you can't keep getting up in dialysis. Funny thing, man. God rest his soul. Matter of fact, you know, when I leave here, I'm going to see my uncle grave. But God rest his soul, man. Damn, man. He brought me, excuse me, man. My uncle, I was on dialysis with my uncle, man. My uncle Anthony, man. And that's how I made it through. I'm not gonna lie to you, because if you walking into a dialysis clinic right now, bruh, it's one of the most stressful things you can ever see, man. like I'm sorry, y'all, but it's one of the most stressful things you can ever see, bro, because everybody in there is either waiting on a kidney or feel as though mentally that they're about to die. They're not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? So when you go in there, bro, this is like you just see the look on their faces, like, man, like, wow.
Nah, but tell them the other part, how each person that's in there, that when they log you in for the kidney, it's down to like the second. So you could be 1 second behind somebody, and they got to get the kidney first before you.
Yeah, man. So like, bro, like when I tell y'all, like mentally, I was just strong. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, I know for a fact I'm strong, because every time you walk in there, bro, you just be like, what the hell?
Yeah, the energy.
But I had an uncle that was in there with me, my Uncle Anthony, man. God rest his soul, man. God rest his soul. Bruh, when I tell you, he lit my day up every time, because he be on dialysis, he gonna smack at the nurses. You know what I'm saying? Just hollering at the nurse, what's up, baby? You know what I'm saying? Or one of the people that's in there, man, like he kept me strong.
Kept
man.
your spirit up.
He kept my spirit up. It was like when the days I had that starting out for a month, I went 3 days a week. 3 days a week. He made sure that he scheduled our time. It's for 3 hours. We scheduled our same time every those 3 days. You know what I mean? So I go with him because he been through it. My uncle, he was on dialysis for about 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. He kept me alive. But when, like, I'm sorry to get off topic, but for a week, man, for 7 days I was going to the bathroom. When I go to dialysis, I had to bring a towel and a water jug just to use the bathroom, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so it's 7 days. Remember, I told you I was 233. after those 7 days, I was using the bathroom. All the fluid came off me, and I was getting dialysis. Bro, I was down to 168.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
I was down to 168.
That's crazy.
Because remember, I told you, I went in there right after I weighed in.
Right.
Right after I weighed in, they put the IVs in me. So all the IV fluid, everything that I was putting in my body came right out for 7 days, bro. I was skinny. I was so skinny.
Like you was back at 160 again.
Exactly. But the thing is, though, the dialysis was taking everything from me.
Right.
So I was weak. I was so weak, man. I was so weak. I was so weak, man. And when the days I had dialysis, man, I didn't do nothing. Just go home, sleep, rest.
Right.
But the days I didn't have it, I was like, oh yeah, let me ride the bike.
Yeah, you get a big boost of energy.
Yeah. Let me go ride the bike, man, because I'm about to get off. I'm peeing now. I'm going to the bathroom. My kidneys about to work. Shoot, I'm going to the gym as soon as I get off of it.
Yeah.
So I'll never forget August 6th. That was my last day of dialysis, man, and I felt so bad because my uncle was still on it. My uncle Dick was waiting on the kidney and stuff like that, and I didn't really want to leave him. You know what I'm saying? That was like my best friend, man. Like, and
when you needed it most,
and like I lost my uncle last year, October. Right after I fought. I lost my uncle, man. But me and my uncle, man, I take him on rides. We'd go places, everything, man. Just when I was young, I used to take him to the strip club. Yeah. And also when I trained at Headbangers, I was in high school. He used to be my ride to the gym, man.
Wow.
He used to be my ride to the gym, man. And but my uncle, he was sick, man. He didn't want to do right. And it finally caught up with him. And yeah, but that's how I got the sea moss though, man.
Yeah.
Man, I couldn't really eat too much, so I started eating sea moss.
Okay.
Man, to your point, I know about that too because when I had double lateral pneumonia when I was a kid, I didn't know. So they take me in the children's.
Yeah.
I practically grew up in children's. My God.
Yeah.
So I'm in there, and all of a sudden, Dr. Ann says, "Silk, I want you to go in there and try to pee." I said, "I don't gotta go."
Yeah.
And she's like,
your kidney was shut
"Yeah,
down?
that's why I told you I knew what you was talking about."
Man.
She was like, "Yeah, want to go in there?" I go in, and I'm in there for about 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
I said,
bro,
"I'm ready to leave out of here. Nothing's happening."
You trying to make yourself go to the bathroom? You
And
can.
she said, "Well, try a little longer." And I stayed in there, then a little bit came out. And I don't know how my mother did it, but basically they hooked me up. That I had a blood transfusion. They like, to the blood transfusion, I never had dialysis, but you do have people with sickle cell who we call it the ice cream machine because it turns, you'll just come back out, go in.
Right.
But the most I've had is blood transfusion, and when you get it, you are drained.
Yeah.
And then after that day or two, all of a sudden, you moving, you can't sit still. You're like, oh my God.
Man, I was man, one day, man, my father cussed me out. after one of my dialysis, man, I was riding a bike. I rode the bike from my house to the gym.
Get your butt in this
what the
house.
hell you got the point in your chest. Man, what if you fall off? Man, that thing come out.
I can hear you doing good. That's just how you talk.
Bro, I was just full of life because remember I ain't use the bathroom, bro. I'm using the bathroom now. I'm losing weight. Shit, I'm about to get on this bike. You know what I'm saying? Good. Because then my kidneys are kicked in. So once I started using the bathroom, I still had me going 3 days a week, but my kidneys wasn't all the way. But once my kidneys got to about 75%, they knocked it down to 2 days a week. Then they started working more 1 day a week. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I was on dialysis for 2 months.
Wow.
For 2 months. Yeah, for 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah, man. And then, but at the end of the day, man, I'm thankful that I had to go through that. You know what I mean? Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be where I am now. Yeah. I would have fought and I probably would have had some more kids. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like, who knows where I would have been, if I didn't go through that. Everything in life happens for a reason, man. Yeah. And like I said, I'm thankful for the good, the bad, the really bad. I'm thankful for everything, man, because now I'm able to move and maneuver how I want.
Right, how you want. It's calculated.
Exactly.
Exactly where you're going with purpose.
And, I was, at the same time, I was with Lou DiBella at the time. I was signed with Lou DiBella. When I went through that kidney situation, I was still with him afterwards. I had to pay a little. I had to get out of that contract. I had to spend a little money,
Mhm.
but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I went through that for that
For the
was
independence you got
that was
now.
one of the reasons. Now I'm a free man.
Yeah.
I'm a free man. Me and my dad. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Me and Coach Kyle and my team.
Mhm.
You know, we keep all of that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When I pay, I pay them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Yep.
we break it down like that. We don't got to worry about, oh man, we waiting for them to do this and we waiting for them to do that. You
Yeah.
know? Nah.
Or they
man.
holding this. Oh,
Nah.
you ain't look at this. We
Yeah.
got to take care of this too.
Exactly. We negotiate the purse. Not what did you negotiate for us?
No, y'all
You know what I
doing
mean?
it.
Yeah,
Y'all
we
doing
doing it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And
Yeah.
real quick, I have to say this, man.
Uh-huh.
What y'all just heard the man say is very critical because you got fighters
Mhm.
that you will say, well, you know, this guy's on PBC or this
Yeah.
guy's on. It's guys, man, and I've said this so many times. It's
Uh-huh.
guys that have fought on ESPN. Showtime, you like, yo, my man, because it's ESPN.
Man, that
It's
don't mean
ES
nothing.
freaking big.
Sometimes-
Dudes be getting 12
Yeah.
grand.
Yes.
And you know, and when
Yeah.
you don't have kids or something like that, it's like, oh yeah, 12, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But when you have
Yeah.
other things to take
Man,
care
it's
of,
nothing.
it's
man.
nothing.
12,000 is
It's
nothing.
nothing.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, now what makes it easier is, remember I was telling you that junk couple episodes back about how some journeyman fighters
Mhm.
be fighting and they can fight, but they look at the prospects and be like, man, he a prospect, he fighting, but he ain't fighting often all the time. So they rather, man, I got another fight in Georgia next week,
Yeah.
and they can fight, so they don't get
Right.
knocked out and nothing. They fight pretty good.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they go to Georgia, they making like 10 grand a month because they
Yeah.
going everywhere
Exactly.
to fight each
Yeah.
month.
And I know some dudes like that, man. Dude bought a house doing that.
Slim.
Damn.
Dude bought a house doing that.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man. Well, Bink always say Junior be telling it, but like I'm telling you, man, you got guys that's like that, and now for Demond to pay what he pay out and then be a free man, that makes it. You got guys that fight and they be like, well, we had to negotiate this though and all this other stuff. Like, nah, but you said I'm supposed to get this, or I'm supposed to get that, I'm supposed to do this.
Mhm.
What are you talking? So why is it like this? And he has more independence than some of the guys that's at the highest level now because he doesn't have to cut so much off.
Right.
Because now it's more DeMar Nicholson LLC now. DeMar Nicholson Incorporated instead of it. Lou DiBella, then DeMar Nicholson, then this, then that.
Yeah.
And that may not sound like much because you're only thinking about, for the casuals, it may not sound like much because you're only thinking about one person.
Right.
But
Correct.
that one person, you're giving 10% to your trainer, second assistant, cut man.
Yeah.
But you might be giving, I heard 20% one time to a promoter. I done heard 22% before.
It all depends on what's in the contract, you know, or what you agree upon. You know, but I mean, you know, sometimes don't get me wrong, it's sometimes you need that.
Yeah.
You know, that's like myself right now, you know. It wouldn't hurt to have a promoter. I'm not gonna lie, it wouldn't hurt.
As long as it's the right situation.
Exactly, because they can push for that fight that I want. You know what I mean? But being as though I'm a free agent, you know, they look at me and like, I mean, what you know what I mean? What can you do for me and all this and all that? But that's just an excuse at the end of the day. You know,
Yeah, because they have a list of fighters they gotta watch for.
I'm surprised Al Heyman ain't, you know what I'm saying, got on your line yet.
Al Heyman,
know about him.
Al Heyman definitely, you know, I mean, he pretty sure. I met Al Heyman one time. One time.
Ain't that some creepy junk, bro? For real, when you beat him?
I met Al when Lamont Peterson fought Danny Garcia. Met him and got to shake his hand. But at the end of the day, you know, Al Heyman has the best fighters in the world. You know, from Errol Spence, Tank, Deontay Wilder, you know, Benavidez, the Charlos, and all that. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm just a little kid from Law right now.
That's what they think.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know, exactly. Until that's why I say until I get that fight or I keep fighting to make myself known. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm pretty sure he knows who I am. He knows who I am. But you know, right now, you know, he got a lot of other money to get. You know,
that's right.
So I understand that. You know, it's just reality. You know what I mean? Until I make my real noise, then we gonna be like, yeah, what's up, Al? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like this, yeah. Well, hey, Al, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? What's up, man? What's going on?
Feet on his desk. Feet on the desk.
Man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, I'm just so humbled and I understand how this game goes, man, and I'm just patient.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. The other day, I got a call about a fight with a guy. Well, I'm gonna say his name, man. It is what it is. I gotta ask the question if I would fight Steve Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
But Bud Crawford, boy.
Yeah,
That's Iceman,
Yeah.
the one I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Demond too big for him.
yeah. Nah, I mean, I'm height wise, yeah. And also, I think you know, my skill level is gonna throw him off a little bit. We kind of got into it on Instagram before. Somebody mentioned me with him and all that, and he's like, he'd do this and do that. Oh, he got experience. But people look at my old fights, which I'm happy. They look at my old fights and judge off that.
Right.
But they don't realize, like, bro, I've been in the gym my entire life. You've been boxing for 10 and 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nigga, you can't. Oh, excuse me.
No, you good, bro.
Like, dog, you can't wash my shoes, man. You can't. You go get my gym bag. You know what I'm saying?
Talk your
Like,
shit,
for
bro.
real. Like, go get my gym bag. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I really do hope that fight happens, just because that's somebody. He's 17-0 with 14 knockouts. He really hasn't fought anybody, but you know, it's a good name. He trained with Terrence Crawford. You know, so that's a good name on my list, and he's undefeated.
Yeah.
He got 14 knockouts. You know,
Yeah.
me to expose his skills and get him out of there, man. That's gonna. Oh man, Demond ain't playing, is he? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a fight I would love right now. You know what I mean? But I haven't heard anything else about it.
Mm-hmm.
But if they call me, if the money right, yeah, let's
the
go.
money's Right. No,
Let's
no,
go,
know who else I be thinking about, bro?
Huh?
David Morrell. Alantez got a shot at him.
Bruh.
That's
That's
another guy.
I didn't say his name. Did
Yeah, you
No.
did.
That's
Yeah, you did.
I did. Because I'm ranked number 9
Mm-hmm.
in the WBA.
I think he got the belt, right?
Yeah, he got the belt. He got the interim. He got the
Mhm.
interim. Well, not the interim, but the regular
The regular joint.
world champion.
Mhm.
Yeah, Canelo Super. But he
Yeah.
got the regular world title, man. I've been calling him out, man. Like, even before he fought Tez.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But man, that's a fight I would really like. Man, what?
Yeah.
Man, what, nigga? Man, what? Because I know it.
You know what you mean.
They call me with that fight. I know it's gonna pay. It gotta be paying good. So
Mhm.
yeah, let's go. Let's take it. I'm ready. Right now.
Yeah.
Right now. But I see he's about to fight a guy. He's from Kazakhstan. I just seen that. But that's a fight I want. That's a fight I try to make happen.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, they still trying to build him up right now. You know, I don't think, like I said, high risk, low reward.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's just what it is right now.
The
But
David Morrell thing, I don't want that fight for you. And I'm gonna tell you why.
nah.
I'ma tell you why.
I already know why. Why?
Because that could be a fight that could happen for higher stakes than what it would
You're right.
be right now.
You're right. Exactly. And you know what? The crazy thing about it is, see, he got that belt, and
What, nephew?
but you're absolutely right, because
I got him.
he's, you know, the best fighter he's fought is Tez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, like, he gets in a fight with, like, say, Benavidez, and then I fight him. You know what I'm saying? Say he beat Benavidez, man, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which I don't think he will. I don't think he will beat Benavidez, because
You don't
he
think he
also
work enough?
Nah, he also make a lot of mistakes too. He just try to walk forward now.
Mm-hmm.
He has good fundamentals, but if you look at his first fight and look at his fight with versus Tez, his fundamentals are not there, because he's used to knocking people out. You know, once you get used to knocking people out, that's all you're looking for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all you're looking for.
Yeah.
But man, oh yeah, that's what I was about to say. The other day, you know, man, I was kind of beating myself up a little bit, you know, because I'm so hungry.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was kind of getting beside myself, man. I realized, like, dog, like, I'm sitting there driving. I'm mad, man. I'm texting my, I got a little group chat with my friends and my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going off with my cousin. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you don't understand. I'm mad. Like, I want to crush these. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Let me relax. I just fought, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I went and picked up my little brother and my son. Somebody that loves me unconditionally, and I just went for a ride, man, and I felt better right then. But
Right.
sometimes, man, people don't realize the work that we put in
Mm-hmm.
to where we're trying to get, man. Like, bro, like, I work my ass off.
You sure did,
Like
bro.
when I tell you I work my ass off day in and day out, bro. It's like, but see, I gotta understand, like, you know, I had a couple losses, had a couple setbacks. You know, now it takes time to reset. The universe has to reset right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The universe is working, but it's not working when I want it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got to be patient. You know what I mean? So I had to really, you know, I picked my sons up, picked my brother and my son up, and I had to recollect myself. I went running. When I went running, man, when I tell you I ran, boy, but for real, like, I think until I get these big fights, I just got to keep making statements.
Right.
You know, just literally put these dudes in the dirt. You know, and let them show like, all right, yeah, he's not playing.
Right.
You know,
But this, to your point about, you know, the work that's put in and things like that, is people don't understand that it's oh Lord, I'm gonna hurt some people. You got, remember earlier, Mom was talking about the bubble and to get caught up in the bubble, things like that.
Yeah.
You want people to be at the fights. You want people to be there, things like that, support. But some of them just want to support because my man can fight. They want to brag. They get off by just bragging that, my man knock people out. And they be the worst influence. They the ones who not going to tell you, bro, you making certain mistakes or you doing these things.
Like, why you doing this, bro? Like, come on, man. Like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the worst. Matter of fact, I got more to say on that point. Let me say this first point first. You talk about you had a couple losses and things like that. If this was 30 years ago, 30, 40 years ago, that wouldn't matter. Because back in the day, they used to say, you don't know what a guy got till he got 20, 30 fights, maybe a loss or two. You don't know what type of fighter you dealing with. Because how many times we would hear growing up from the old timers, they would say, he got hurt and he ain't been the same since. Or they don't know how because they get so used to knocking people out. Or they get so used to outclassing people. They finally get touched. They don't know what to do, or they don't know how to think, things like that, or in their character, like, okay, he might be done. There's so many different guys that happens to. And these days, you don't even get that chance no more, because if this was the 80s, the mom would have probably been still like Hagler or something like that. They would have loved it. They would love that he done lost this and fought back and all this other stuff.
You know, Hagler revenged all of his losses.
Yeah.
Except for Stewart.
Except for Ray, because he called it
retired. You know what I'm saying? But he revenged all his losses. I am in the same. I feel as though I would do the same exact thing. The only person I would never fight again is Aleem. I would never fight Aleem again. Number one, he fight 160. He doesn't fight 168. And it's just a simple fact of we hometown. Like, I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong. It's nothing wrong with it. But the simple fact that, you know, we went to war for change. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were the co-main event on
a PBC card, wasn't it?
PBC world title card in Canada. You know what I'm saying? What did we get from it?
And you still gotta pay international tax.
if we not getting paid millions of dollars, get out of here.
Yeah, get out of my face with that, bro. Yeah.
But all the fights that I lost, except for my first one, Lacan Byfield, I really shouldn't have lost. But a mistake on my end. You know what I'm saying? But like Steve Rose, Jesse Hart, Berlanga, I
get them back.
They'll be in the dirt.
Right.
The dirt. Like, just simple fact that, like, I study all of my fights. I study everything. And I've watched all of my fights from day one to now. Like, bro, like, my skill level and my IQ and my vision in the ring is just totally different. Like, even like you said, like, one of my best performers, wow, hands down, was Isaac Rodriguez. You know, that's one of my best performers as far as showing my skill and everything. You know, but I look at that fight and I see so many mistakes that I made, you know what I mean?
Yes.
That I fixed today. It's like, bruh, like, if I would have fought him today.
Stop him 2 rounds earlier.
2, 3, 4 rounds max. 4 rounds max. 4 rounds max. You know, but I mean, you know, like I said, we live and we learn, man. I'm thankful for it. But I know for a fact I would revenge all my losses. And I think I said something. I meant to speak on that. I added, like I said, I added everybody, and I actually Jesse Hott was like, you know, why you at me? We already fought. I beat you and all that. Like, nigga, come on, man. You know why I added you. You need a fight. You don't have a promoter.
True.
You know what I'm saying? You need to get back on that stage. Why not fight me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm ranked number 9. You know what I'm saying, bro? What do you mean? He told me he would get nothing from it. He would get nothing out of it fighting me. He don't need money. Number one,
if this was last year, maybe he don't get nothing.
World, the billionaires, they still making money.
Still need money.
Come on, man.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And 2,
I would love to fight him on the next Tony card, but
man, I would partially agree with Jesse Hart if this was last year.
Exactly.
But now, because he done had
he's
so
not
much
even top ranked
time.
no
Yeah,
He
like
need a fight like you.
yeah, like he's had
He
so
does.
much time
He
off.
does, bro. Like, for real, he really does.
Mhm.
If
Like-
you want to be in reality, he does, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's had so much time off now.
Yeah.
Like he needs that. And I think low balls, I think he did that on purpose, going to the Edgar Berlanga Steve Rose fight,
Of
and he was
course.
standing by the ring
He
like
trying to
that.
get
Like,
money.
yeah, because you heard Tim Bradley.
This thing, he say he don't need money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he wants to fight Berlanga. What do you get out of beating Berlanga?
Mm-hmm.
You get nothing, bro.
Right.
What do you get? A little WBO belt? Like, you, come on, man. You had that already. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get nothing out of that. Fighting Charlo,
Mm-hmm.
fighting one of them, all right, cool. Yeah.
Right.
I'm with you on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're not calling them out. You calling Berlanga out. Like, why do you want to fight Berlanga? Like, what is Berlanga get you nothing, bro? I got more out of fighting Berlanga than anybody after him is going to get.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, in all
Especially his
reality,
last 3 fights.
in all reality, if you look at his last 3 fights, like the last person he fought, was it Steve? No, it wasn't even Steve Rose. But this
it
thing,
was a
what
good
did
name.
Steve Rose
Angulo.
Angulo?
Yeah.
But what did Steve Rose gain off of Berlanga? I mean, don't get me wrong, I thought Steve Rose won. But what do you think he gained off of that? Nothing.
Nothing really, because
But I got
Berlanga
something.
Stockton dropped.
I got something that nobody's ever going to get. I stopped the streak. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Which is that's to me, that's not cool. That's not all, man. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
in reality, when you look at people, when people speak about that, that's the first thing they're going to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first thing they're going to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he calling up Berlanga. Why? Because he wanted that check.
Right.
He want that check. He want that bag. He
Want
know
that
he's
bag.
going to get that bag fighting Berlanga.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So like, look, you know, for me, like I told him, I said, man, look, I need that fight to where though. Number one, I don't need to fight. I don't need to fight Jesse Hart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. It's not going to do nothing for me. It's not going to build my ranking up. But at the same time, bro, it's going to help me mentally because I was in a dark place when I
You can
fought
get that out your conscience. You can have a clear
Yes.
mind. I feel you.
Yes. Man,
feel
when I was fighting, when I fought Jesse Hart, man, I was going to court. I was doing this, I was doing that. I had another kid, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I had 3 baby mothers, bro. I mean, three different, my kids, three different mothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
we
don't
talked
like saying,
about that.
I don't like saying baby mothers, but you know,
Yeah.
I was just mentally in a dark place.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot
You know
of
what I'm
stress.
saying?
I mean,
Yeah,
1 is
bro,
hard.
like, yeah,
2
bro,
is
you know what I'm
hard.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
3.
3,
You know what I'm saying? I was mentally in a dark place when I fought Jesse Hart.
Mm-hmm.
And he disrespected me to the point where as though like I really wanted to hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we sparred after that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? We sparred after that. I tried to kill him.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? I tried to kill him, bro.
stop with his bag.
I tried to kill him. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I really tried to hurt him
Right.
because it just took me somewhere emotionally. But you know, I apologized to him afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, we shook hands. But
Mhm.
you know, now I'm looking at it. I mean, this is boxing. This is business, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is business right here. And like I need to really refresh myself. Me fighting you is gonna be a reset for me.
Yeah, and I think
You know
they
what I
know
mean?
that, and I think they see the progress in you and where you
Of
at now. They
course,
don't want to
man.
fight you.
Of course,
It's dangerous for
man.
them to get in there
He
with
don't want to fight me for real.
you. Yeah, that's what
Unless
it is.
he's paying some good money.
Right.
You
That's
know what I'm saying?
That's the
But-
only way.
But I at the end of the day, I understand it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I'm gonna be real. I get it. It's no point of you fighting me. But at the same time, let's go.
No, I feel that, bro.
You know what I
I
mean?
feel
Let's
that.
go, Custer.
On hood.
go
Hey, yo.
ahead.
So, man, look. How do we get C-Mac to come to your next fight?
Oh my goodness, man.
we need to get C-Mac to the next one.
Bruh. Listen, if
And,
we get
DeMar come out with the white and blue robe on again with the velvet.
Yo.
bruh, we gotta figure
That'd be
that out,
crazy.
man. Like we probably gotta hit him in the email or something.
Probably his email, yeah.
Cause we're gonna have to definitely pay him.
No, for sure.
I would definitely, man.
We
Look,
got,
bruh,
hey, C-Mac,
I
if you
would
watching,
cry.
we need you. We
I
need you,
would
bro.
cry real tears.
What's
going to
fucking
that
with
man.
this voice? Oh my god.
Hood.
You're gonna have to bring him rapping us out.
Oh, but let me ask you about that too. Your ring walk was fire. Who
Thank
was
you.
that artist? And how did y'all get that together?
His name is Vegas Low.
Okay.
He grew up in my home, law,
Mm-hmm.
and it's only right that that I support a brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's only right, man. And I actually like his music.
Yeah.
I enjoy his music. He can really rap, and he come from a rough place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not gonna say I can relate to him, but I can relate to him at the same time, bro. Like where he come from to make it where he is today, like what he's doing right now in life, bro. Like I commend him, bro. Like for real,
Yeah.
like I really commend him 100%, and I respect him so much that like like a lot of these dudes, they come out rapping, they talk about what they talk about, but a lot of them they do it, but they halfway do it. You know what I'm saying? But like I respect it. I respect him, man. I respect him 100%, man. And as long as I can, continue to support his dream and push for him, man, I'm gonna do it, man.
Yeah, you a real stand-up dude. For
Yeah,
sure,
man. Yeah, man.
You always
yeah,
been
man.
there though since the first time I met you.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, let
Definitely.
me add.
Thank you.
Hold on, real quick. Shout out to Vegas Low, man. Shout out to Vegas Low. But I want to ask you, man, 'cause the first time I met you, man, is at the weigh-ins before the fight.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Jakeem. And you
Okay.
came up to me and
Yeah.
you was like, "Are you a fighter? You looking for some sparring?" I said, "Hell no." I said, "Hell no, I ain't no fighter." Man, what? That's the first thing you said to me. I'm like, "What's up with dude, yo? Like, what's up?"
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
what was going through your mind, man?
Bruh, like I thought you was a fighter,
I
bro.
did
Like,
too when I first met him.
like,
I did
like
too.
you just got the look. Like I know you're an athlete. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I could tell you was an athlete, but you just the way you was dressed like you was about to weigh in. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, for real, bro. Like you just had the athletic attire on,
Yeah.
and for some reason it just, bro, like no bull, bro. And I passed or something, bro. We knew each other, bro.
Had
I
to.
swear, bro.
Reincarnated,
Because
bro. We reincarnated.
yeah, for real. Nah, for real, bro. Because like when I see you, I'm like, damn. All right. He looked familiar, but I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? But I know he's super cool just from, you know what I'm saying? Just from how you just the energy, man.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
energy, man. Energy, man. That that's what people fail to realize, man. And a lot of us black people, you know what I'm saying, don't know is about how to feel somebody's energy. You know what I'm saying? How to really, really come in tune with people. You can't just go all, man, who is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really, before you talk, bro, you gotta get a feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, like I got nothing but good energy right now. Ain't nothing negative right now. You know? You can feel negative energy though.
For sure.
You feel me? And that's one thing, I'm just really, I mean, I always had that type of demeanor because I've never been no rough ride.
Never been a raw guy.
Yeah, no hood type dude. You know what I mean? I always been calm, collective, gentleman. You know what I mean? That's just how I was raised. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna say I was raised like that, but my parents are far from that. But it's just who I am. You know what I mean? It's just who I am.
Yeah.
It's like I promise you, I think I've been here before for real. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, you just had good energy, man. Good energy. And man, it's just, I'm like that with everybody though.
Yeah.
Not everybody, but people I
That
feel
it
the
feels
energy.
right.
Exactly.
It feels right. Yeah, I'm the
Exactly.
same way. We all the same way. It was like I clicked with him instantly too. Like instant.
Yeah.
You was
Yeah,
instant.
man. If you can't click with Junior, something wrong.
Yeah.
For real. For real. No bullshit. If a person cannot connect with him, something is wrong with them. And I want them to stay away from me. You know what I mean? For real,
Yeah.
bro. That's real.
Thanks,
That's
Mom.
real, man.
I
That's
swear,
real.
man. I just remember the first time. What's the first time? I think it was at old school. We was sparring. Cause cause they had the little guy. It will always be like this. Either cause remember back then the sparring used to be on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Wednesdays and Saturdays.
And the
Son,
dudes
I
from
missed that.
Annapolis, Navy shipmen would come
Everywhere.
up here.
Yep,
oh my
yep,
God,
yep.
yo, we used to look like
Man.
yes, like
Bro, back then, like if you was around back then, bro, you would have loved it, bro. Because
man, what?
you had in the old school, bro, every Wednesday from kids from 8 years old to like even some pros, but like from 8 to 18, man,
Right.
you had nothing but solid work, bro.
Right.
The best of the best.
Wasn't it getting
Yeah.
Sugar
I mean,
Wayne
yeah.
had just won Nash. He was like 8.
Yep. Short dog.
Short dog.
Short
with it.
dog.
Quick.
Quick.
Rest in peace. Quick.
Yeah, quick.
Man,
Quick.
oh my God.
Man, Dusty, everybody,
Dusty
bro.
won national. All of them was
Yeah,
winning
man.
nationals.
Yeah, man. Like you had the best of the best. And if you couldn't hang in there, man, you might
Yeah.
as well,
wrap it up,
You
huh?
might as well wrap it up.
Yeah.
If you could not hang in there or grow,
Right.
wrap it up.
That's what's
For real.
up.
Wrap it up. Yep.
And that's one thing I'm noticing, man. The history of boxing and like the legacies that's been built in the DMV.
Yeah. Yes.
It's like second
Yeah.
to none, man.
Yes,
Like,
man.
I'm really learning and soaking it up.
And I will say this, it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. But I'm gonna try my hardest to bring it back. That's just like this little event we have in September 17th. They're gonna have a boxing ring, but I'm trying to figure out a way where as though I can get that joint sanctioned by the USA Boxing so I can bring some real fights out there and make it a real. It's already gonna be a big event, but I want that joint to be major.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really trying to make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And not just my home, but all over, especially in the DMV, bro, because a lot of us need to come together as one, bro. Like we get so caught up in being separated. Oh man, I don't work with that name.
Mm-hmm.
We get so caught up in that we're not realizing we're dividing each other.
Mm-hmm.
We all need to come together, bro. We all need to come together. And it's crazy because even the boxing gyms, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like if we professional and it's enough bump for even if you're in the same weight class, it's enough bump in the world, because professional boxing is the world, that we can all come together and make each other better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have no problem with helping somebody. You know what I mean? Helping another man become the best. And I think that's one of my downfalls sometimes, because I love to help people. You know what I'm saying? I swear that probably is one of my downfalls, but forget it. I'm helping people. It's positive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if that's the downfall, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But with this event on the 17th, man, I'm trying to make it so we can make it like a sanctioning joint for USA Boxing, bring people from Baltimore, DC, Virginia, Pennsylvania, everywhere, New Jersey, everywhere. Make it a big event. And we got enough time, you know, so it's just about, I got to sit down and talk with my dad and talk with my man, Hugo, see what we can do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
To that point, what you said about the dividing part, man, I done had so many instances. I mean, I went to Boys Village and I was talking to the kids in there, and I said, I'm gonna ask all y'all a question real quick. How many of y'all in here done seen somebody, you ain't got no beef with them, you and your crew got no beef with the other dudes over there, and y'all look your way, you be like, oh yeah, I've heard of that guy, yeah, I heard of him, I'm gonna go say hi. Man, we ain't gotta go over there, fool, man, forget about them, man. And all of my kids in there but 3 raised their hand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for what? What's he's not doing nothing to you. You're not hurting. You're not affecting your money. Just go, hey man, nice to meet you, man. Well, keep it moving.
Yeah, man. And you know, that's all that stuff is taught. None of that is, we natural human beings, man. We don't walk around just, oh man, I don't like this. Man, who is this? I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? It's taught.
Yeah, look at the kids out there. Got nephew and them. They all
never
like,
met each other
they
before.
ain't
They
never
out
met
there.
each other. And they in there
They
playing the
don't-
game right now.
Oh my bad. They don't know each other, right? They never met each other before. But they playing cool, you know what I'm saying? But my kids not taught hate. They not taught none of that. You know what I'm saying? My kids know that my little brother and my sons and my daughter, they know to be positive. You know what I'm saying? We don't show no hate. Oh, I hate you. And what? You said what? You know what I'm saying? My kids, they say that to each other sometimes. You said what? But not ever hear you say that again. You know what I mean? It's all about love and positivity, man. When you share that and spread that in the world, man, that's all you're going to get back.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Preaching, bro.
That's all you're going to get back.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Man, look, we got 2 gifts. And speaking about the kids, we got 2 gifts for your son and your nephew outside. We giving them a pair of
That's my little
Hibernation
brother,
5. Oh, that's your little brother.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Little bro.
bruh, he's about to be excited, man. He be wearing my joint.
Oh, for
goodness.
real?
Yeah.
We giving them both a pair of Hibernation 5s.
Yeah.
Can we bring them in here and get them on the show?
Of course, man. Of course,
Yeah.
man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And hey, and shout out to Kardank, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I get off this show, man, this young kid right here, man. This is for all who don't know. This right here, these headphones, he's made these himself. He's 17
Kenichi.
years old.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know a 17-year-old personally who's doing anything that he's doing to the extent that he's doing it. And I've been seeing this kid since he started boxing. And man, I'm just thankful to know him, man, because he's going places, man, because he's doing something that I wish I knew how to do at his age.
I wish I had the heart to do it. I ain't had the heart.
Like what?
Right.
Like, but when I first, Mr. Juice, I went over Headbangers to Spa. He was like, yeah, man, you gotta get some of these headphones, man. He's like, come on, man. I'm like, yeah, them joints nice, Mr. Juice. Where you get them from? He told me. I was like, what? I was like, huh? He was like, yeah, man, you know, I designed these joints myself and all. I was like, man, that's automatically, man, I was thankful for him.
Yeah.
I was thankful for him. But
so look, guys, we got a pair of headphones for you guys, courtesy of Kenichi.
Yeah.
Kenichi Bed Studios, Hibernation 5.
Now you ain't gotta use pops.
What y'all say? What you say?
Yeah.
Hold on. Now that my little brother here, hey, bro, what you do with these joints? What you ask me every time I got them?
Can I use them?
Now you got your own pair, my boy.
There y'all go, man.
Yeah, man. Relax. But yeah, man. Y'all say thank you.
It's all good, man.
You can use that with your switch, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I appreciate that, man, for real. I appreciate that, fellas.
Yeah, man, for sure. So yeah, man, I know we've been in the studio for a while. I know you probably got things you got to get into today. Appreciate you coming on, brothers. Always love, man, for sure.
Man, it's love, man.
Real quick, I want to say this to Mom. I heard you say earlier.
Make this closer.
You know, hey, you know, is it cool if next time I come back through? Look, man, real quick, I want to make this as clear as I can to you, bro. Remember I was hiding my illness and I was sparring and all that stuff, trying to fight and everything.
I never knew that, bro.
Yeah,
back then I didn't know that.
I was in the dog pound, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so, and then when I did get sick, and the mom always, you know, hey, before he got my number, he check on me whenever he saw me at the gym. Then when he got my number and we would talk, he was saying that, hey, man, I heard you in the house, man. I ain't see you at the fight. You all right? You know, things like that.
Yeah.
And when I had the big scare a few years back, you know, the one with Dusty New and everything, the mom always was like, man, you know, you need anything, bro? You know, you all right, whatever. So, you know, we boxing brothers, man. I love you to death, man. This goes deeper than just those 3 minutes in that ring, man. You know that. So you know you more than welcome here any damn time you please.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
You know,
as soon as I get a date, man, I get it locked in, man. That's this the first place I'm gonna come, man.
My man.
That's
first
a
place
bet.
I'm gonna come.
Sure.
And I
That's
like how we sit down in the studio.
Yeah.
This ain't no, they all say we top next level. You know what I mean?
For sure. We not playing around here,
No
man.
custer at all.
No custody.
On hood. On hood.
You know what I'm saying? We shoot the phase in on 55th Street Avenue.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
You feel me?
goodness. Oh my Lord. Y'all not gonna get that hooked in my head again, dog. Y'all not gonna do that.
Oh, I'm saying
Oh,
we see
but-
stabbing. You feel me?
We been stepping around here on hood.
Y'all about to get that junk stuck in my head all over.
Oh,
bro.
man. Look,
Yeah.
guys.
Oh my
It was an
goodness.
honor to have Demondi Best Added Nicholson in the building. And like he was saying, you always a lifelong brother for me through
Definitely.
boxing, whatever. You ever need
Definitely,
anything, you
man.
reach out to me. And, you know, I'm here for you, man, forever.
Yeah.
We locked in.
Yeah, and we might go up one more time this weekend between us. You know.
Oh, I couldn't make the last one.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah.
Oh man. Only
Yeah,
one
on
more thing we gotta have you do before BINK take us off the air. You can pick one of the markers right there, shake it up, and if you sign one of the gloves, man, we'd be honored to have that, man.
That's without a doubt, man.
Indeed.
These some old school joints. They don't know nothing about these.
Yeah, man. That's one of the old pairs I had.
Yeah. I knew y'all did. I knew these.
You knew it was mine.
When I came in, I already knew they was yours. I knew they was yours. Yes,
Real
sir.
quick. All right, so while he's signing his gloves for the studio, we're going to cut to the One Coach opinion from Coach Fox.
One Coach's opinion. What's up, y'all? This is One Coach's opinion. Remember, it's my opinion, not a fact. I want to talk today about like the third eye, and the third eye is your coach. What your coach sees and what your coach should relay to you and what your coach should be looking for, and the value of a coach. A lot of times you don't realize when you're coaching, even starting from little kids to grown people, to grown people, I'm saying, you look at stances, you're looking at stances all day, to the point where I can actually look at how a guy is standing, whether or not he's a fighter or not, and be like, well, Joe, you're gonna have trouble blocking left body shots, or you're gonna have trouble blocking him because of balance, because of the, it could just be the way they move to their left or the way they move to their right. And some fighters do possess this ability to do this, and some fighters really kind of don't. So as a coach, I can look at a guy and be like, man, that's not your stance, and I can push him. That's not your stance. So give me a stance where you can't get pushed back. That's the first part of your stance. You can't get pushed back. The second part of your stance is to have a balance when it comes to your forward positioning. And, be able to adjust your weight, shift your weight from the front to the back, So you're not really fighting, you're fighting with a balance of the front to the back. You're not really fighting with your weight totally on the front. You're not really fighting with your weight totally on the back. It's kind of like a balance. And you also be able to shift, you should be able to shift from right to left when you slip. Balance, and you should be able to withstand like the pressure of a shot. That's why you catch your right body shot, catch your left body shot. That's what you'll be able to tell. So as fighters move sometimes, even when training them, you're crossing your feet right here, you're crossing your feet right here. You're doing this. When you go to your left, when you go to your right, you don't really have that problem, you're going here. Anyway, we're able to see that from the jump. So we're able to see, okay, when a fighter moves to the right, they might cross their legs this many times, which is a mistake. When a fighter moves to the left, they might cross sometimes way less. And that kind of lets you know how a fighter can fight. Now, that goes to set with that going to say. With that being said, damn, I don't know what that was. With that being said, the average fighter can fight good. They're okay the other way, can fight good forwards or backwards, right or left. The average fighter. When you find a fighter that can fight left, right, forward, and backward almost equally, I don't think you'll ever find them equal, almost equally, that's what you call guys that are either there or about to be world champions. They've learned how to fight, and that means their weaknesses are few. So when a coach says, okay, his weakness is this, usually it's based on a side. And if his weakness is that side, okay, usually moving to that side is going to be his weaker side that he moves to. Usually if you find the weakness, sometimes when you see to me, and this is my thing, when I see fighters just watching, going side to side, they ain't doing nothing, they could be observing how your feet are, how you're holding your feet. They could not be, their coach could be doing it for, or their coach could have told them which way to go, which affects your movement, which ways. But every fighter is good right now. Anybody that's fighting right now is trying, they're good either forward, backwards, right or left. Meaning they either fight backwards and to the right good, or they fight forwards to the left, or backwards to the left, forwards to the right, but they're good at two things, at least. Some fighters develop the in and out. They can fight forward a little bit, backwards, in and out, and they develop that first. And that's when they probably go to another level, because now I'm strong three ways. You got, say, some forward fighters that never learn to fight backwards, and that could be the detriment of them. When they start going backwards, they just kind of they don't have a stance. They just know how to kind of block, but they give up a lot going backwards. Let's say that. But they can fight forward. If you teach a forward fighter just maybe to half step back sometime, and he could balance out to a fighter that is able to fight backwards, able to fight forwards, and maybe able to fight right, and you got to teach them to fight left. But usually, before you can learn to fight right or left, a fighter gets strong fighting in and out, because it's just a natural thing. You can learn it on the bag. It's easier to learn on the bag. A lot of times, if you realize when guys are in gyms, they work on a bag, a lot of places don't have a lot of room, so they don't have a lot of ways to circle a bag. When you're training in a facility where you can circle a bag, then you better can learn to go right and left with your movement and learn to punch both ways. If you're at one of those facilities that that you don't get to move that much, maybe because you have a certain amount of bags, certain amount of people, you got more than one person on the bag working on the bag, which when you have more than one person working on the bag, it takes away from footwork, because now a fighter really can't move that good. So when the bags are crowded, you're in a gym where the bags are crowded and stuff, and the fighter can't move, it really affects the way they punch and move at the same time. They go somewhere in shadow box, they work on their movement. When they hit the bags, they always hit the bags in a still position. That really doesn't balance out. You have to be able to land quality punches on a bag and be able to move. So I kind of like when I can train my guys and they can circle the bag, go right, go left. You know what I'm saying? Because it helps with the movement of going right to left. In and out is kind of easy because you don't need that space. You can stand in one space, you go in and out. That's why a lot of fighters learn to fight backwards and forwards and heavy on one side than the other. Usually the average fighter fights towards or wants to fight towards their jab side. Of course, they can use their jab and their hook to set up other things. That's just the side, usually. Rarely do you see people that go, some people do fight to their power hand side. A lot of people are counter punches when they do that, but majority of the time, if you got a guy that can dictate with the jab, he's usually moving to the way of his jab hand. So normally, if he can fight forwards and backwards, his strong side would usually be his jab side. Even like a guy like Errol Spence has a pretty good balance. He doesn't have to fight backwards because he can fight backwards, but he doesn't usually fight forwards. He's a pressure type fighter. He fights good when he can dictate with his jab and his hook and lead you into his left hand. He fights better basically forwards and to his right. If Earl goes forward and you can let him dictate the pace going to his right, using his jab, using his hook, using that to walk you into his cross, then Errol Spence is gonna have a good night. Say Deontay Wilder. A lot of people say Deontay Wilder's best punch is his right hand. That's the punch that he lands. Look at a lot of his fights, how his jab and his hook are so unpredictably wild and powerful if they land. They're not really controllable. They look wild, but that's the benefit of, because how can you train to defend a Deontay Wilder jab and hook when really the sole purpose of that wild ass shit that he throws with this left hand is just so I can set up my right. My right's on the button. He can land that right on the button. I don't care how he throws it. He's practiced it enough where he can land that right hand. Like he said, all this got to be perfect for 12 seconds. That left he throws is usually his left, and you think it's just wild, but I'm gonna give him a little bit more credit to learn, even if he doesn't even know he knows it. That wild ass left and that crazy left hook of his makes people pay attention to it a little bit, because if you don't pay attention to it, it will slap you around. You know what I'm saying? It will slap you around. If you don't pay attention to it, it'll slap you around, and it lets him land his right hand. You know what I'm saying? Right hand is still his best punch, but don't think that left, that crazy left, and that non-existent, let's say a non-existent jab of a jab that he has, doesn't help set up his right hand. You know what I'm saying? It does, trust me. If you look at his fights, look at some of the wild shit he threw before he landed that right hand. And you can call it luck if you want to, or you can call it, I've done it so many times, that this wild shit that you think is wild, that shit ain't wild to me. That's how I throw my punches. That's the way he throws his punches. That's how he sets up his right hand. When he catches people on the button, it's night-night. And he knows it, because usually he walks away after he does it, like, bam, yeah, it's over. That's when you know you knocks him out, when you hit him and you can turn and walk away. Even when he hit Tyson Fury that first time with that right hand and Tyson laid, he thought he had Tyson Fury out. But believe me, that wild left, it sets up his right hand. Anyway, so if you got a fighter that notices that then when a guy goes backward, he might cross his feet. When he goes to his left, he might cross his feet more. Or he crosses his feet more when he goes to his left than when he goes to his right. Then you learn how to fight a guy. And like I said, if you're...
What's up, guys? We're back. We're back to Slipping Kind of Podcast. That was Coach Fox, one coach's opinion. You can finish the rest of that episode at his social handle, Hands with Plans. He was talking about the importance of having a coach in that episode. I feel like, it's important to have a coach in anything you do. Sports, life, people have life coaches.
Yeah.
It's always good to have that other opinion, in your life to, help guide you through. So especially in boxing, I can only imagine that's such a singular personal sport. You definitely need a coach. You definitely need a coach. So how you feel about it, bro?
I mean, it's not a lot of teachers anymore, but if you could find one, stick by them. I mean, especially in a sport like this, where if you don't have a certain amount of intelligence, like after a while, like now, I could look at my dad or look at my Uncle Nestor, stuff like that, and see stuff without them, like, I like done spun out, look at, I already know, like all right, then do it, we already know, but they see stuff you don't see. In and out of the ring.
Exactly.
They see stuff you don't see. So it'd be a lot. It'd be a lot. It's very crucial, especially in this sport, because there's so many things that come with this sport. You heard, the best at it talk about it.
His dad and Coach Calvin. Big shout out to Coach Calvin and
Coach
Kenny over there at Upton.
Mm-hmm.
Damon's dad. He got a great solid team around him, man. So.
Yeah, man. That was like, for instance, when he caught the equilibrium shot. I remember when he went down, my dad was like, just get him to the corner. Just get him to the corner. Get him to the corner. And like, I'm whispering, like he was saying, I could hear him. He was like, just get him to the corner. They get him to the corner. Calvin and Kenny got him. We already know that Mon's going to cover. Mon's going to recover. He's going to be fine. That just get him to the corner. And then everything was, in those moments is crucial. Those moments are very crucial, because those moments are what can make 60 seconds feel like 30, or make 60 seconds feel like 60 or 90 seconds. It could be some tight moments, some very tight moments.
Coach Calvin definitely one of the top guys in the game, if not one of the best in the game. I mean, we've heard little snippets and cuts of Calvin giving instruction in the corner after, say, a fighter went through something dramatic, or turn it up, you hear? Coach Calvin definitely one of the greatest in the games, and just that inspiration that he gives his fighters. During the walkout, Damon's walkout, it's like his secondary motivation that he gives. He wasn't even a part, he was a part of the walkout, but I didn't have him on my camera, on my view. But just hearing him in the background, the way he encourages his fighter through, getting them hyped for the event. I think Damon was about to walk out, but it was playing what's that one
I know
song?
what you're talking about.
In a minute, by Lil Baby came on. He was like, "Oh, this is my joint right here." He said, "Man, when you taking that long drive down to J, yeah." And then the part drop, he's like, "Who's the who's?" Yeah. He looked at Damon. He said, "Who's the who's?" It's like those little those little pieces that he gives. Man. Coach Calvin's one of the best at doing that, man. So big shout out to Coach Calvin, Coach Kenny, the whole Damon Nicholson team. Y'all are doing y'all damn thing, and also a big shout out to Damon, the best at Nicholson, man. You guys heard his story. He's been through a hell of a lot, and for him to be where he is today with that spirit and that energy that he brings, man, it's remarkable. It's damn near a miracle,
man. That we always had good shows. Me, I always be asking y'all, did I do good? But man, that probably was the best show. Like, that might have topped all the shows. Like,
no doubt.
We only been out here for a short period of time, but each show has gotten better. But that show's gonna take a lot to top that show.
It really is.
That was good, yo. That was man.
A lot of personal experiences came out. A lot of emotion showed in this episode. Right. You just feel all of it. Us being guys that emotional, but not emotional in a bad way. But we feel emotional. We have conversations, like deep conversations sometimes, where we feel for each other. So for him to come in and just share that with us, it's like we really are like brothers, bro. Like he was saying how fast we all click. I'm thinking about it right now. Like from the time I met you, for us, we're doing a whole show now. That in itself is remarkable.
In less than a year.
Less than a year, man.
Less than a year. And all the other opportunities with other people we've been offered. And something kept us away from accepting those opportunities. Like, nah, this don't feel right. Or nah,
Right.
And then boom,
here he is at the Kenichi Bear Studios with Slipping Counter Podcast, doing it big.
I mean, it came at us fast.
Right.
It came at us fast, and then for it to be how easily we clicked and be like, nah, Junior got this part, and I'll be like, nah, Bink got this part, this, things like that, and Damon as well, like Damon talking about, you know, man, I remember Junior sparring all that stuff and all those different guys, things like that, and you know, and yeah, if you can't click with Junior, whatever, and I remember when I clicked with you at the weigh-in and all this other stuff, it was just, and that was that kinetic energy that was just, it was big,
really
man.
big. It's still here,
and it was so normal. It was, the thing was though, like it was so at ease. It was like we was just at. We always in here joking and laughing, you know, kicking it, getting the business done, but it's a living room type feel here. But it really was like when we were talking, when have you ever seen me in the past episodes point out other people in the back or get up, walk away, stuff like that? Like, it was real live. Like, we got the little brothers in here, we got the
kids.
nephews, we got the kids, like, and we smiling at them or whatever. We going, yeah, y'all good? What else y'all need? Like, I'm hooking up my PlayStation in there for whatever. You know, like real stuff was happening in here, and it never deteriorated the show
at all.
It actually, I'm pretty sure people gonna watch it and say, oh, that was so wholesome or something like that. Like, that's how good the energy was in here. And but you know, you got a guy like Bink, man. You know, he know how to handle it, man. That man, he handled that.
Man. Come on,
Let's
man.
call it what it is.
It's never no pressure. Like, I tell people, it's hard to shake me out my shoes. I'm even killed all the way across the board, man. I love how we got the kids on the episode.
All right, man, I gave you a compliment, bro. You ain't got to stand to like,
man, I appreciate you,
go
bro.
Damn.
I'm just saying, I just
love
love the atmosphere, man. We got the kids in here. They in here.
Miss K, you see this? Right?
They in here eating Hawaiian. They punish his Hawaiian rolls out there in the lobbies now.
Those were, me and Miss K were like loving. I'm gonna bring some more.
They punish the bag.
But dog,
in the worst way.
How many we only ate like the first row, right? And then we still had like it was the big family size. These youngins in there, not only not eating it, but messing over pieces.
I'm
like
talking about one bite out of this one, one bite out of that one.
Trash. Me and Miss K, look, I ain't ate all day. I had to rush here and everything.
Hey,
so usually when I get here, y'all, for people who don't know, I eat, do the stuff that I need to do, and then I come in, line up the positioning, you know, for the show and everything. Miss K, Kenichi be like, yo, all right, June, we need you to check your mic, check this, check that. You know, son, I was rushing in here. I didn't even get a chance to grab, like when I walked through the door, it was already starting. And that's when y'all hear me in the back saying, man, you know, you see me or hear me in this hallway when he was introducing. At the start of the show, I didn't even get a chance to grab a Hawaiian roll. Y'all don't understand what the Hawaiian rolls mean and that applesauce mean to me and Caleb, man. Like, we love that applesauce. Me, it's the applesauce. Her is the Hawaiian roll. I love my Hawaiian rolls too, but I didn't even get a chance to eat that to hold me over.
They punished
them, and then we go walk. We taking Damon out, right? We walking them out, and all of a sudden we look down. And it's like 5 of these joints.
And the one, and look, his little brother took one on the way out the door.
Took one out the door. And I'm like, bro, where all the joints go? Oh, God. I said, let the babies eat. Let the babies eat, man. Me and Miss K just looking like, I'm like, bro, I got things on my stomach right now, and I need something to coat it. Can I please have like something to eat? But you know what? I wouldn't trade it. You know why? All jokes aside, I wouldn't trade it. Because, you know, I look forward to coming in here with Miss K, Kenichi, you. You all right? All right. But,
go ahead, bro.
But coming in with y'all, you know, we playing on the basketball court, playing the PlayStation, cracking jokes, whatever. But I'm pretty sure if I would have said to Kenichi, yo, bro, can we postpone it for another 15, 30, or 30 minutes so I could eat or whatever, they would have did it. But I didn't want to slow up nothing for Bing. I didn't want to slow up for nobody, and let alone knowing that the mom was probably gonna pop up at any time. And I was like, nah. And to see that sacrifice happen, because you know why I gotta eat. Yeah. Like, see how it all came out. That made it all work. You know, I'm just gonna drink my water. That's why y'all saw me drinking so much water over here. I was like, oh nah. This was beautiful, man. Damon got up, y'all. Y'all didn't see the clip. Like when we went to our side clip with Coach Troy, Mon got up and turned on his phone and said, "Oh snap!
It's 4 o'clock.
It's 4 o'clock. We've been here this long."
When it's
Like,
organic,
yeah,
that's how it
bro.
goes. When it's organic and it's love in the room and there's good energy in the room, it just flows like that, man. And man, for sure, y'all are my boxing brothers. Like, got a lot of love for y'all, but beyond boxing, this is for life, bro. Like, whatever y'all need. If I got to step, I got to step.
Can you make the camera wide real quick, Miss K?
You know what I'm saying?
Come here, man. Bring it in for the real thing. I love you too, man.
Hey, look. Y'all know he was a child actor, right?
Oh!
He was on commercials. He was probably a Gerber baby and everything.
Nah, I actually didn't make the girl babies, man. But yeah, I did a lot of acting, man. I did a lot of.
Michael B. Jordan before Michael B. Jordan.
Oh man, yeah, I went against all of them.
That's crazy.
I went against all of them. I went against all of them dudes, man. Different. When I was with, I was signed to Linda Townsend Management. I think I was probably. Gotta ask my mother. I probably was 6 or 7. And I signed with Linda Townsend Management, and I did a lot of stuff. Like I still got some of the tapes of the commercial stuff. Yeah, they still do. I think they still show my commercial for Dallas Hospital. I gotta ask my mother again, but I still get like checks, like residuals from some of that stuff.
You ever thought about getting back into acting, get on your Denzel? Equalizer 3. It's gonna be
I'm on my horn. Let me act like Damon real quick. If it's right.
If the money's right.
If it's right.
Act like Damon. Go ahead. Yeah. I hope he see this.
And if this go the right way, then I'm good. Like custard. I'm done, son.
Hey, yo, we gonna end on that note on Hood, man. This is the Slip Encounter Podcast. We here at the Kenichi Bed Studios. Make sure y'all follow us on all of our handles on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Slip Encounter Podcast. Big shout out to C-Mac on Hood, 55th Street. We out of here, man. We out.